Welcome everybody to 3 Wide TV, and tonight it's the OSCA Weekend Woodsman Series, and tonight we are at Kentucky Speedway for the VRA 162. And hey, I'm so happy to welcome back Matt Bayuk. My dog's jumping on me here. Matt Bayuk along with me in the booth. We got Carlos and Vic up in the control tower here as we get underway here, finishing up practice right now. But first and foremost, Matthew, you last couple weeks you've been to Daytona, the highs, and of course last week the lows, as we do look at the point standings there as well. But hey, look, I didn't realize Seth Rawls took the points lead. Heck yeah, 2-point lead over Nick Indelicato, Rocket Man rocketing to the front. But anyway, I'm scatterbrained right now, Matthew. Welcome back.
Definitely feeling a lot better, yeah. Was looking forward to this one, too. I was kind of hoping to be here for last week because it's another fun track, but Kentucky's also fun, so I'm glad to be here for this one, too.
Yeah, we had some wild finishes last week for sure, and I'm sure this week will provide some good racing. See some pack racing out on track right now as we speak, so we'll expect to see more of that here. And with this a Gen 6 car with the high downforce package, draft is going to be kind of as we saw last week at Auto Club. It's going to be a big factor tonight as well, I'm assuming, Matt.
Yeah, and I actually went through all the team chats and asked everybody kind of like how much is the draft? How, generally how does the car handle as the run goes on? Yeah, it's super, super draft locked. You do have to, when you're drafting it at speed, you might have to lift a little bit in the corners, but we've got guys able to flat out in turn 1 and 2. But that won't last for long, because the other thing they've been telling me is pretty quickly as you get on the run, tires start to wear, and it's that right front that takes a beating, and they get tight. So yeah, they'll be packed up and drafting a little bit early on, but it'll get strung out, and the guys who actually save more tire are going to be the guys on the move, because they're going to be able to actually turn their race car.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see a lot of side-by-side action here tonight. Is that a different look for Indelicato here? I'm sorry, I was almost a little distracted by this.
TV.
Car looks a little different. He's had it before, but it looks like a little bit. I think he changed the scheme up here a little bit for Kentucky this week. Maybe it's. Did he have this much black on? I thought he had a white hood. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just still thinking of his other cars. But last year's paint scheme or whatnot. That might be my bad.
This was definitely the same paint scheme on Indelicato's car.
Wow.
You just haven't paid any attention.
Yeah, that's what I've been looking at. It's like, it's the same thing.
But you know what? He hasn't won. I'm calling him out. He's got to win. I mean, he's got to win for me to run over his car. Yeah, he did. He did, and of course
he had one, and he had $15.
And he gave it away to Nathaniel Cherry, getting the win last week at Auto Club. And anyway, here. As we wind down practice, we look at the speed charts. Cooper Johnson on top of the leaderboard. Jeff Green, I think, just moved up there on the board as well. How much can we take from these practice speeds to, really see who's the favorite to win tonight, or is it all just about being in that draft, Matt?
I think overall you've got some of the faster guys up front, so to a fault you can take this, seriously, but Nathaniel Cherry and Seth Rawls, even though Nathaniel Cherry, he was going to finish at least second in that first half, but both of our winners last week are way down in the speed chart, 17th and 18th, and even further back from then is Johnny Eckert and James Watson. So you've got guys who regularly run top 10 in this league and the bottom 10 on the time charts. You have guys like Cooper Johnson, Nick Indelicato, who regularly run top 10 in this league at the top. So yeah, I mean, to an extent you can, take these times seriously, but it's also partially because of draft.
Yeah, I was just even looking here. I see my old buddy Dustin Dewar. Before I came up to the booth, I think he was about 5th or 6th on the leaderboard. And he was kind of saying how dependent that those speeds were at the time in the draft. He's now all the way down to 27. So right here at the end of practice, or now
we are in qualifying, actually. We're almost halfway through the session.
You know what? I missed it. I forgot we're.
I did too.
I forgot we're group qualifying.
Well, hey, currently Cooper Johnson is on pole and he led practice. So you know what? Hey.
Yeah. Hint for picks out there. But anyway, yeah, how about that car right there? That's probably the best looking car. I know that's the same car it's been all season. I pay attention to that 99 car of Gilberto.
Fairly fast in practice, too, and he did have a top 5 in the first half last week. I remember that. been starting to turn things in the right direction a little after a pretty disastrous last season.
Yeah, it was, of course, he was the emotional support pick. Now he's got a new sponsor, a sponsor that's fast and friendly and makes awesome towels. What's that?
I thought Kolb was the emotional support pick.
Last season it was Gilberto.
Oh, last season, my bad. I apologize.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kolb's now, and he might lose that because I seen he had the regular Nintendo scheme. He did not have Animal Crossing yet, so we're still holding out for that. But yeah, and he had an awesome run last week. We got to talk to him, so hopefully, hey, you know what? We'll keep him as the emotional support pick. You see in the 87, Darren Staff on the Darren.
Darren.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah,
Darren Staff, but it says it twice and just confused me for a second. But
yeah, I'm trying to fix it.
Driver this week. So
really?
This is now the third driver in the 87 car this season for RK Motorsports, and since we do have the owner here in the booth, what's kind of the plan for that 87 car?
Here's a little scoop. This is going to be a little test session for Darren, seeing how well he meshes with the drivers and how his racecraft is in general. We might have him do another one, but if all goes well, we may be looking at the actual full-time replacement of his actual friend. This is Darren. This is Parker's friend, Darren, who Parker told me to consider him. So we may be looking at the replacement for Parker here with Darren Staff, pending he passes all his tests.
He placed 5th overall in the time charts in practice. Hasn't really had a chance to get a good lap down in qualifying, but that's good practice time.
It's open qualifying. I'm not really too concerned about that.
No, I wouldn't be.
Yeah, and I think he's been kind of leading a lot of these packs. I think he just caught the Jeff Green, who just tailed off the track there as well. Also,
as an owner, I don't really care where you finish as long as you're having fun and you're showing what a fun team RKM can be.
It's easy for you to say because you swept Daytona and you started out on the right foot.
They already have all the wins. It's all good for the
I really didn't think we. I thought maybe we could get one win because I know Cam was going to be, Cam is our backup driver, and here's a hint: maybe seeing him next week. But I expected maybe one win, but to sweep the opening 2 races and then have another win in the next week is just those are beyond what I expected.
Yeah, it's
look at Jeff Green in second.
It's gotta feel good. See, and that's what I'm hoping for as a team owner here. I'm hoping. We brought in the ringer here. We brought a 2000 Busch Series, I should say, Xfinity. He wasn't around.
Is he a ringer?
Then.
Isn't he running full time?
Well, yeah, but I'm that's why we brought him full time for wins. And he's got to fulfill his end of the bargain here, but he's got a tough one to catch. At least on the speed charts right now, Cooper Johnson's still leading it. And how about
speaking of ringers?
Yeah, it might shake up here. There's like a pack of 10 cars coming across the line here. I'm wondering.
Is anyone? Oh,
I didn't see any movement.
Not moving. I seen someone had nope.
They just got backed up, guys.
Yeah, they don't really have anything going yet. Oh, we got a spinner right in front of him.
Oh, that's Peeler with the Sugar Moon's Creation car. And unfortunately, Miss Sugar Moon Creations is under the weather this week. So hopefully you feel better.
Maybe she's watching and Adam can do his part and win for his
in the VRA league, which the VRA is tonight's sponsor in the VRA league. With a couple laps to go, Peeler and I were battling for, I believe it was 5th. And I pinched him. I pinched him a little too. It was a risky move, and we both went up into the outside wall. It's accidents happen. I went to Sugar Moon's Creation and I bought $10 worth of wax melts, and I said, "Tell Peeler I'm sorry."
See, that's the good part of having having a sponsor like that, so he can guilt you into spending money, to make money. So maybe he set you up. Maybe he was just trying to upset you. Is qualifying complete?
Yeah, maybe he went up to the racetrack.
Yeah. He just
he definitely didn't mean to do it. I rest assured. I was in there. He definitely didn't mean to do it.
Vic, it's a joke.
I know. I'm just saying.
Vic's like, I don't want there to be any arguments here.
So on the poll will be Cooper Johnson, and with that, I think we can start our picks here quick before we get to the lineup. Who goes first?
Well, I'll pull Dallas up so he can make his pick.
Yeah, bring the old man up, the old retiree.
He's actually racing tonight.
Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, he's racing tonight, so he can't pick himself. But Dallas, you're first up to pick in this first half.
I'll take DJ Weeks this week.
Hey, Dallas, turn your webcam.
DJ Week. There you go.
No, not today, boys. No, what's that?
Okay, second up is Carlos.
It's me. I'm gonna go. Jody brought the ringer. I'm gonna go with the number 2 of Jeff Green.
Ooh.
You can't.
Oh, you can't.
Daytona.
Oh my God, you're right. I can't. The number 4 of Nick and Delicato.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. I am next up, and I haven't been using up all the good picks because I've been letting you guys do that. So this week I'm gonna go with Cooper Johnson in the first half.
You
go with the polls there.
son of a
You
gun.
say that, yet I'm behind you in points.
Son of an expletive.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Oh, I know.
I know, Carlos.
Matt,
I know.
Matt, you're up.
That's me now. All right. I'm not worried about the qualifying. I like the 55 of Zach Rogers.
Ooh, that's a good pick there. I am up next here, so I'm gonna go with a little bit of wild card here. He's a young 15-year-old. No, I'm just kidding. He's 20 years old. I'm going with the number 10 of Ty McIntosh.
Oh,
All right.
Oh boy,
I'll move you back down, Dallas.
you're good.
All right, well, with that, we'll get to the starting lineup here for the VRA 162. Again, I forgot to mention 54 lap halves, and the top 9 will invert. And again, on the pole is going to be the 91 of Cooper Johnson for South Shore Racing. He's out of St. Paul, Minnesota. And on the outside is the 2000 Busch Series champion in the car number 2. It's Jeff Green for DGG Racing, and he's out of Owensboro, Kentucky.
In the second row, there are 4 OSCA championships between our drivers in the second row. The defending champion, Nick and Delicato, and the number 4 Shift Esports Mustang from Syracuse, New York, is starting third. To his outside, in the number 9 South Shore Racing Chevrolet from Long Island, New York, another New Yorker at that, 3-time OSCA champion, Johnny Eckert.
And in the row number 3, in the number 97 Outlaw Racing Chevrolet out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, it's DJ Weeks. And on his outside, it's that young 15-year-old kid just getting his teeth cut. I don't freaking know.
Say it again. Getting his teeth pulled.
Teeth pulled. He's just losing his baby teeth. It's the driver of the number 10 Esports Ford, Ty McIntosh. He's out of Asheville, North Carolina.
In row 4, starting 7th, in the number 95 South Shore Racing Chevrolet from Schaumburg, Illinois, it's David Westergreen. To his outside, one of the old men in this league who have been here since day 1, the co-owner in the number 20 S2 Racing Team Mustang from Struthers, Ohio, it's Dallas Myhand.
Cool to see him back out on the racetrack. But in the inside of the next row is our points leader. It's the number 25 of Seth Rawls. He's driving for Shift Esports, and he's out of Peabody, Massachusetts. And alongside him in that number 43, that's a pretty sharp-looking car there as well. It's going to be for Holotype by Team Watson Racing. It is James Watson, and he's out of Fairfield, California.
Starting in 11th, Canada's own Nathaniel Cherry in the number 26 Shift Esports Ford Mustang, coming off a win last week. To his outside in the 12th position, Gilberto Javier Gomera and the number 99 Miss Goodies Ford Mustang from Massachusetts.
Ooh, I like that smooth. Who can I hear in the background there? Someone's talking. But in the 13th position, the number 89, filling in for Brett Jones for Nursery Aviator Racing, it's Dylan D. Thomas, and he's out of Denison, Texas. A lot of D's there. And speaking of double D's, see what I did there? It's the Dragon.
You can't say that.
In the number 32,
It's just his initials.
Too Good Motorsports Chevrolet. He's out of, it's his initials. He's out of Medford, Wisconsin.
Starting 15th, middle of the field now, the 00 Weekend Woodsman Racing Chevrolet from Union Beach, New Jersey. Neil Rutt III filling in for Caden Tufts this week.
Back for a
To
break.
his outside of the number 71 Do Good Motorsports Chevrolet from Lawrence Harbor, New Jersey, David Carpenter.
Starting 17th in the number 55 Hollow Type by Team Watson Racing Chevy, it's Zachary Rogers out of Louisville, Kentucky. And to his outside, it's the Landshark Kynan Jones. It is number 73 Nurse Aviator Racing Toyota, and he's out of Blackwater, Queensland, Australia.
Out to row 10 now, it's a couple of Adams. And 19th, the number 13 Nurse Aviator Racing Toyota from Spartanburg, South Carolina, Adam Peeler. To his outside of the number 96 South Shore Racing Chevrolet from South Bend, Indiana, Adam Tepe.
And starting in the 21st position in the number 21 Do Good Motorsports Chevrolet out of Hallbrook, New York, it's Thomas Capuano. And to his outside, it's the new emotional support pick in the number 52 RK Motorsports Chevrolet. It's Justin
Did not make his bed.
Nook Kolb. He did not make his bed.
Did not make his bed. What a bad, naughty boy.
Naughty boy out of Santee, California.
Starting 23rd in the number 98 Holotype by Team Watson Racing Chevrolet from Phoenix, Arizona, it's Victor Aldrich. To his outside, returning to the league for another start, the number 83 Holotype by Team Watson Racing Chevrolet from Hamlin, New York, Nicholas Monticelli.
Now having his audition here tonight in the number 87 RK Motorsports Chevrolet. He's out of Inner Grove Heights, Minnesota. It's Darren Staff. And on his outside, he's sporting new colors. He's got the Me-Fine on there, so we can still call him that. It's going to be Zach Evans in the number 6 RK Motorsports Chevrolet, and he's out of Princeton, North Carolina.
Starting in the 27th position in the number 39 Do Good Motorsports Chevrolet from Thomasville, North Carolina, it's Jordan Tarble. To his outside in the number 14 Weekend Woodsman Racing Chevrolet from Cheyenne, Wyoming, it's Alex Kenton.
In the number 5 Weekends Woodman Racing Chevrolet, it's going to be Cody Mr. McLean making his return to OSCA action here this week. And he's out of Rochester, Pennsylvania. And on his outside, starting in the 30th position, it's going to be the number 35 Weekend Woodsman Racing Chevrolet from Peanut, Ohio. It's Timothy OSCA Daddy Conrad. I was going to try to say it smoother. I'm sorry.
Okay, you got the words out. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Rounding out the caboose of the field, and starting 31st is the number 54 Nurse Aviator Racing Toyota from Brooklyn, New York, Rashid Coles. And can we petition a team name change? Holotype by Team Watson Racing becomes a mouthful.
We should be able to just say like.
No, what we should do is we should interview our pole sitter, Cooper Johnson.
We should.
Yeah, well,
it's his second of the year, by the way.
Coop, you're back up here at the booth as you get ready to go here. You're alongside a guy who he knows this area well. He's from Kentucky. That's where he's from. But you're starting on the pole. You're fast right now. What are you expecting here in half number 1?
I have no idea what to expect, if I'm being totally honest. The last time, I'm kind of excited because, the last time we were here in Kentucky, I got a first place and a second place, so I'm hoping for sort of the same thing, but it's a completely different car. Draft is absolutely huge with how much of a run you can get, and I have no idea what to expect. It'll just be trying to keep it clean and survive till the end.
Yeah, survival will be key here today, but you're in that catbird seat right now, starting on the pole. Are you going to try to just take it easy from the get-go, or are you going to try to stay out front in that clean air?
I don't know. I kind of want to get back and stay in the draft and try and save my tires in hopes for a long green flag run. I don't want to be out front and kill my right front trying to lead this thing, but we'll at least try to lead the first lap, and then maybe we'll drop back and let some other guys have at it.
As long as you lead the last lap, first lap, last lap, go for it, buddy.
Exactly.
All right, well, best of luck to you here in half number 1, and yeah, have fun. Is it just me? I'm hearing weird feedback in my headset. Is that just me, or is that?
Is it?
Yeah.
It couldn't be from me, is it?
I don't know. Is it? It doesn't. Your mic's not talking, so I don't know what's going on.
I'm muted. Can't be me.
Maybe it's
can't
you,
be Greg.
Goody. Maybe it's like
Me?
like in real life you. Maybe like somebody's talking behind you.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone in here? My dog's sleeping. But anyway, we'll see if we get that squared away. But with that, I believe the pace car is off.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going green here. Once they hit the Geico restart zone. Here we go. Cooper Johnson leads into the green flag. 54 laps. Again, top 9 will invert. And it's just like Daytona here. It's going to be a pack race going down into turn 1. Cooper Johnson does have the advantage. Again, he wants to try to lead lap number 1, but that number 4 car of Nick Indelicato, he wants something to say about leading that first lap as well. So we try to get squared away going into 3.
Going to be important, but everybody's going to have to really mind those front tires. Now that they're all packed up, they're going to be going even faster. Chew them up too early, and you will find yourself in the back of the field in about 15 laps.
Now, I wonder how much even, like, say, Indelicato now following Cooper Johnson or these guys that are back the pack, if there is an aero push in these cars in this draft as well that you have to kind of manage as well.
I'm sure there is, and especially it gets more disturbed as you go back. Cooper Johnson is in the best spot. The lead of the race is always the best to be, but especially here, you get to control the pace of the race, manage your tires, and if you drop back from saving tires, you're dropping back from the lead. You're not sacrificing a whole lot of track position. You'll get him back later. He has all the cards in his hands right now.
All the cards are in Cooper Johnson's hands as he's still leading that this lap number 3 that we're on right now, but he has those 4 championships staring daggers right at his back bumper trying to get by. As the field still jumble up here back in the pack and battle towards the back of the top 10 here. 3 wide, kind of similar to what we've seen at Auto Club last week, and it seems. Hold on, does someone have like Discord going? I can hear way too much. I don't know. It is weird. I feel like it's Ty McIntosh, who we are running on board with.
Just in case it's me, I left and rejoined. Maybe that'll help. I
Oh.
have no idea.
Yeah. Do you think he's with? What?
I may know
Oh.
what it is.
Hey, look out up front.
Oh.
Cooper Johnson got
Ooh.
tight. It's really starting to stack up there.
Ooh, and Indelicato and Johnny Eckert.
Delicato's
tried,
going for the lead. He's going to clear Cooper Johnson, actually.
Yeah, he made quick work of it. I wonder if Cooper, again, he made that point as we talked to him on the grid that he was trying to go for just leading the first lap to kind of save his tires. We'll see if he can do so now that he's in second spot. But Johnny Eckert, again, he's out here for getting checkered flags, and he's trying to go to get up front. He's trying to work on the outside, but right now, no help from DJ Weeks, former Outlaw Racing teammate there, but he's kind of abandoned his old bud there.
This is so interesting. It's almost like watching the CPU race in our 2003. They're just double file all the way back, and it's going to get more strung out when guys' tires start to wear off and they have to lift a lot more. But this is a really, really interesting thing to watch because, at tracks like Kansas where there's more banking, it's just pack racing and they're all strung out on the bottom. This is flat. So there are other places to go and other ways to make speed, and I really like this car at Kentucky. I think this is pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch these guys just trying to maneuver, and for the most part,
We've got a battle for the lead.
Yeah, we do have another battle now. Johnny Eckert does take the lead, and he's been up 3 spots. But another guy, a lot of these guys haven't been moving and shaking too much. But Dallas Myhand, he's up 5 spots. He's in 3rd spot. Not too bad for a retired guy. Dylan Thomas in 5th.
4 wide.
He's up 8th spot. Ooh.
They sorted out.
Yeah, I was say ooh, and then there's Neil Rutt III filling in for Caden this week in the 00. And again, Nick Indelicato. These 2 guys, man, battling up for the lead like it's the last lap. We're only a lap.
Look how high Eckert's going on the racetrack. That's a choice to go that high. That's crazy to me. I don't know how good of a run he's going to get off. That's actually a pretty decent run. Man,
Decent run, and see at the line. Oh, Indelicato will hold him off there.
During the practice session, Justin got on the mic and he told me, or he told the whole team, that there was some bite up top. So it seems like there could be a really upper line there that could develop throughout the race.
Yeah, I wonder if the tires, once they wear out and you lose a little grip, if up top it's going to be the place to kind of migrate to.
Carlos, you're talking about your guy Cope. Justin Cope all the way against the wall there in turn 3 and 4. It might not be working quite yet, but he's trying to work it in the best he can. As soon as you said it, he was way out there.
Yeah, he's running high, wide, and hands to see how high he goes that lap, but it doesn't seem like he went that high going into the corner this time. But how about these OSCA champions here just not being able to figure it out? But behind them, the two guys that have been mowing them down so far.
Whoa!
Dallas
A
Maya.
little bit of contact there. Delicato got tight under record. They're okay, though.
The champions able to work through it. Work by it and stay in formation there as Johnny Eckert's still holding the lead on the top side. But Indelicato, it seems like he can't quite get a big advantage. It's hard for them to clear each other. Indelicato looks like he's fighting as hard as he can, but just not able to get that bite or run on the bottom of the corner. I think Johnny's going to clear him here.
One guy who's really struggling, Cooper Johnson. It could be struggling. It could be tire saving. You're not going to know for another 15 laps probably, but Cooper Johnson has dropped back to the 8th position. Hard still to know if that's by design. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. The amount of 3-wide racing is incredible. These guys keeping it clean.
Yeah, Dewar up on the high side too. And how about that 87 car of Darren Staff again in that audition run, as Carlos said, up 13 spots to that 12th position. Man, oh man, he's I think so far she's checking all those boxes.
Yeah, other big movers so far, Dylan Thomas filling in at number 89, up from 13th, 7th, almost a disaster.
Yeah, that was the scary little moment there. Yeah, a lot of Dylan Thomas Capuano. He's 21st to 9th right now.
Neil Rutt's up in the top 5. He started 15th. He's making his way up.
So see how much these guys save their tires. And again, I think, like you said, probably we're thinking around lap 25, about halfway through this race, we should really see where these guys are at. And Vic, do we have any comments on the fuel load or how far they can go?
I have no idea. The draft is going to play heavy here. I have no.
Oh, that's true.
So yeah, we're gonna find out together.
I know when I was testing, it was around 35, but with the way that the draft is, you never know.
Oh yeah,
they could make it farther. They could get less. Who knows? Depends on where you're at.
Yeah, the speed probably variation and also the draft. It's gonna be gamble. So we'll say maybe. I think for this. Oh, Jeff Green sideways. He saved
What a save!
Everybody's still trying to save it. They're still stacking up. How does nobody crash?
Wow!
But they're now. Oh, Cooper made contact with a. I couldn't quite see who got in the back of him there. If that was Westergreen, teammate. But it was backed up quite a bit.
Just about the whole field had to make a save there. I mean, that was a stack up that lasted from like 3rd place to 23rd place.
And you know, one thing I noticed too here with we got the 3-wide TV replay, and the other thing I noticed, I mean, they're not 3-wide anymore, but it didn't really spread out the field that much.
No, I was going to say they're kind of starting to spread out a little bit, but now, you know, the top 5 is fairly spread out. But if you look from about 7th on back, you still got quite the pack going on there.
Yeah, they haven't really settled a whole lot here. As you see, man, Jeff Green, I think a lot of those guys going into that corner, all they could see is that number 2 of the door just facing right at them. So I got to ask you, Carlos, we can hear this feedback. Can they hear this on the air?
Yeah. But with the engine sounds and everything, it really isn't that audible.
Okay, because I was gonna say, because if it is Ty, he's got a potty mouth, and you know, for only being 15 years old, that's.
Why do you think it's Ty?
I don't know. It just sounds like Ty.
All right, I'm gonna do something for you guys. For the guys watching, it's gonna look totally normal, but for Goody and everybody else, it's gonna look like a black screen or something. So don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I'm watching some really dicey stuff going on. If you, okay,
I see Darren.
Yeah, I saw Darren. I see 3-wide TV now. I guess they still see the broadcast, so it's all good and well. All right, we're all good.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, it's not Ty.
Oh, so he does seem pretty quiet. I don't know who it is.
It may not even be from me.
It might not. I don't know where. I heard the name Thomas Capuano, so someone who's running around.
It might be Adam Peeler. Based on what
Ah.
you're saying, he's quite the potty mouth.
Yeah,
based on
God.
that.
Does
Not
anybody
to
have
call
like
him
a
out,
broadcast of his album or something? Oh, caution, Kynan Jones!
Caution. Oh,
Man.
no, land shark around. Ooh. He's under speed. It looks like a solo incident. We'll take a look at the 3-wide TV replay here, see what happened.
May not be a solo incident. Oh, netcode.
Oh,
Without
wow.
a doubt.
That was
Did a good
mile
job
wide.
getting it off the wall, locking it down.
You know who
Locking
did
it
a
down.
good job?
You know,
The spec map artist on that 73.
I wonder who that was.
ooh.
Who was that?
Oh, we've got cars spinning under caution.
Oh, Peter, Jeff Green,
Jeff
staff!
Green.
What happened there?
Oh, okay. You know what? This was an accident. Everybody was catching up to the field, and I guess nobody was paying attention. They all caught the field, and everybody was getting hard on the brakes.
No.
Oh my goodness! Jeff Green and Adam Peeler came in like missiles.
Oh, we got the most embarrassing part
Yeah,
here.
watch this. This is pretty
Ah!
cool.
Ah!
Oh!
Oh no!
Oh no! It played
Oh
bowling.
no! And then poor Derek. This doesn't hurt. No! Where did you get that image, and why was it so readily available? Wow! Oh, but,
I'm gonna have that image whenever any one of my cars get involved in something.
oh, see, there you go. And oh, for Darren, just an innocent bystander in all of that.
That's me right now.
No. It did look like he got 2 damage, but it probably won't take a lot of damage for how aero dependent these cars are.
I think
seen a little bit
Darren
of
is
damage,
fine.
too.
Neil Rutt stayed out.
Neil Rutt stayed
Oh,
out.
that
Johnny
is-
Eckert leads the race off pit road.
Did Neil Rutt stay out?
Oh, he might have missed his pit box.
Neil Rutt missed his pit box.
Oh, ho, ho.
Oh.
Dun,
Bum,
dun,
bum,
dun.
ba-dum.
You know, and you gotta wonder too. You know, Neil Rutt not used to driving that 00 if he's you know, just not used to seeing that pit board. Or I don't know if anyone else is having this issue either. But sometimes my pit board guy doesn't show up until I'm like 3 boxes out, and I'll
Just
like,
so
oh,
we're
bye-bye.
just so we're keeping up here, we have some EOL, some black flag penalties.
Oh,
Yeah,
we do.
Jeff Green and Darren Staff coming into pit road did not stay to the right line of the
Ooh.
hashes in the middle of the track, and I actually did see that impede a couple guys trying to get into their box, so they accordingly have been given end of line penalties.
And that's penalties that Vic does not take lightly.
Yeah.
He what's that?
You know what? I chalk that up to maybe frustrations or the heat of the moment. These guys just came off of contact under caution, so they're probably just a little too concerned with that, and probably just slipped
both
the
of
mind
them,
that they had to
actually.
stay. Yeah. Oh, you miss your stall and then you overshoot.
Oh,
Oh.
on live television.
Live television,
TV.
YouTube.
Oh, lights are off already.
Lights
Yeah.
are off. 1 to go. Johnny Eckert with the lead. Dylan Thomas, who has been a Charger so far, up 11 spots now in the 2nd position. How about Thomas Capuano back there? 15 spots in the 6th position. Still a long way to go here in half number 1. We'll take the green on lap 23 of 54. Again, keep a note on the leaderboard as the top 9 will invert for half number 2.
And you know, I'm not sure if it's going to be a little more aggressive or a little more calm, because now these guys have had about 18 or 19 laps of the actual racing experience for this car in tracked situations. So now they've definitely got an idea of what to expect.
Yeah, they could see their tire wear when they came down pit road, so they might drive accordingly. Maybe they can hammer down a little bit more. Maybe they got to save a little bit more too. So we'll see how that ramps up as we get ready to go to green. And if that fuel mileage strategy could be close here to the end, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that, which I'm sure borderline saves. As we get ready to go green, green flags out. Johnny Eckert with a great start.
Wonderful
Oh,
launch.
wow. Looked like Dylan didn't quite get the jump on the inside that he wanted to, as Indelicato is going to look on the outside of him going into 1. And right back at it, we're going 3 wide again into turn number 1 and 2.
Rocket Man had a bit of a rocket jump and jumped right between Watson and Dewar, but you look at this, he doesn't have any drafting help.
Yeah, he's going to try to
Oh, they're
see if he can-
4 wide
Oh,
going into
boy.
turn 3. Good thing this track's wide because it looks like.
Oh, the 43!
Look at Watson's loose on the apron. He saves it.
Oh! And he hangs on. Wow.
I think he got his left sides dipped below that yellow line.
And this is why you want setups built by that man. He's a wheel man. He can do it. That was getting on the apron. That's not a safe space to be. But he does lose a lot of track position. He's fallen down to the 24th position. As right now Johnny Eckert holding that lead. And I think maybe after that little 4 wide incident, it seems like this field spread out a little bit more than off the green flag, the initial green flag.
Got a real tight battle for third here. McIntosh and Dylan Thomas almost had a big moment in turns 3 and 4. They just about turned each other around. They kept it clean, but ahead of those two, it's in Delicato second, and Johnny Eckert is wasting no time trying to build whatever lead he can.
And yeah, he's
going to go around.
Oh!
He saves it.
What a save by McIntosh. There was some.
Oh, Capiano's around. Seth Rawls is into him. Caution's out.
Oh, man. Points leader involved. Oh, Gilbert. Oh, Conrad. Oh, boy. Kenton, they're still wrecking. Kenton with a hard hit. And I think old Daddy OSCA, he hit the glitch, and he got some air going through the grass.
You know, that whole incident stemmed from McIntosh checking up because of almost getting turned. Cooper Johnson almost lost getting on the apron. Capiano came down the track. He says he wasn't aware that Seth Rawls was there due to his spotter. Everybody kind of bunched up together there. I don't think anything majorly intentional at all.
Yeah, it didn't look any. It's just, I think it's just a product of the hard, hard racing there.
There we go.
But man, yeah. Oh. It doesn't look like Rawls is going to get in it too bad. Capuano, I think, gets hit right there. That's going to hurt.
I think Monticelli got some airtime.
Monticelli, I think the 35 of Conrad did as well. Tarbell got on 2 wheels on that same spot on the infield, the little glitch area.
Yeah, looks like Capiano came down.
Hey, yeah, watch Watson and Monticelli kind of. Oh my gosh, Watson, Monticelli, and Conrad. If you see all 3 of them, it looks kind of like it's like Supercross, but
yeah. Or what's Robbie Gordon's off the trucks here? Stadium trucks.
Oh, the stadium super trucks. Yeah. Watch all these guys jump through the grass here. Everybody kind of gets up in the air. It's kind of cool.
Look at old Daddy, man. He got some mad air, and he was wheeling that thing. He kept it under control. He's still in 17th after that wild ride.
Yeah, they all made it out okay. That's pretty fun.
Man, the Vic might have to explain a little bit more of this, but the Monster Truck series, I wonder if Conrad had a little bit of experience from hitting the jumps in that Monster Truck series that OSCA kind of has going on there as well.
We had going on. Definitely got some experience.
Yeah, so it's got some mad air, and yeah, I think he in that moment he probably thought he was in a monster truck there for a few seconds and was able to wheel it, keep it straight. So we're under a second caution here on lap. Now we're on lap 27 of 54. Going to be 28, I believe, once we hit the line. And
ready to go green.
Man,
This is the white flag for the yellow flag is what my monitor's showing me. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Huh.
I don't know, it's like the weird iRacing graphic for it. I'm not sure I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a spectator thing.
That's fun.
All right then.
So now we get it restacked up, and now Johnny Eckert once again chooses the inside line. We'll see in Delicato. He had a good jump, but he was behind Johnny Eckert in the 4th position on the last restart. Now he's going to be on that inside, and we've seen how great of a jump Johnny got on last restart, so we'll see what's about to happen about a half a lap until we go green.
I'm really curious to see this number 89 and 10. One of the guys is right front, and the other one's left rear seem to be quite attracted to each other. One lap, they almost got together, and then the very next lap, they actually did get together. Whether one goes up and the other goes down, I don't know what's causing it, but they're still next to each other.
Yeah, it's they seem to be maybe fatally attracted to each other here as we'll see how that plays out as the race goes on. But right now, they're sitting in a pretty good spot. Both of them in the top 4 right now. As the pace truck's going to dive down on pit road. Going to wait till Johnny hits the Geico restart zone.
A long way from that pace truck going down pit road to the restart zone.
Yeah, it's a big gap. Green flag's out. Johnny with another good jump. Looks like Indelcado has that inside line going better than did last caution. He's going to get the advantage. His teammate Ty McIntosh is going to tuck right behind him. Now moving him into third. And man, your boys from Shift Esports.
Whoa!
They're flying.
My goodness! Oh, wow!
Dylan able to hang on to it.
terrible.
He was almost ping-ponged between, I believe that was between Dallas and Dylan Thomas and Dustin Dewar. Little ping-pong ball action, but they able to keep it going straight. And hearing that Dylan might have disappeared. That might have been what was going on.
Seeing it too. He's blinking in and out of existence there. That's causing a little bit of problems, but so far they've made it through relatively disaster-free. Oh my goodness, Cooper Johnson trying to cover that top lane.
Yeah,
Didn't quite have it.
These guys are getting aggressive as we're past or not quite past half of the. Are we past? We're past halfway.
We
Never
are
mind.
just past halfway. Yep.
Oh boy, so I see someone else.
Delgado grabbed the
there,
lead
too.
while we were not looking.
Yeah, man. Little sleight of hand there for.
Eckert got it back.
Oh, well, jeez.
Eckert took it right back.
Maybe Nick's just shy this season, and you put the cameras back on him. He's like, oh, you gotta let Johnny back by, but he's gonna get help from Ty going on the inside. See if we can get that help to work by Johnny Eckert. But I think Johnny's just gonna get too good of a run and too spread out. At the line, it looks like Johnny's gonna lead this lap again.
3 wide for 4th. It looked like my hand was going to try and make a run at it, but he didn't quite go. Contact there between he and the 89. Dylan Thomas gets the short end of the stick there. He's able to keep it straight. He's going to lose a few spots.
It's a lot of contact between the 89 and your boys.
I know.
Your stable here. It's got to be making you a little nervous. There might be a fight after on pit road. Just slam a little bit of bourbon and go and fight.
If there's a fight, we should provide some boxing gloves.
We should have a voice channel titled Pit Road for people to go fight in.
Can they be OSCA sponsored boxing gloves too? Oh, hell yeah. Brand that, baby. Good for the brand.
I'm seeing some really crazy blocks being thrown right now. They're starting to block.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the timing and scoring, just position shuffling, pretty similar to Daytona Talladega. This kind of reminds me of maybe before your guys' time, but like maybe the mid '90s Daytona Talladega style plate racing.
YouTube exists.
Well, that too, but you don't remember it live, fresh and raw.
Oh, it was different.
It was different then. It was happening. It was happening before my very eyes on television.
I see. Well, I don't see. I technically didn't see, but yes.
You see, it looks like Cooper Johnson. He's moving around a lot of lines here. Just I think trying to see what's gonna work. What's gonna. Oh boy, we go 3 wide. Oh man, it looked like Westergreen almost pinched the nose on. I believe that was Darren Staff in the 87. That was pretty close there.
This is the most shame we've seen the top 10 all night. Finally, spinners! Seth Rawls, DJ Weeks, hard into the inside wall.
Oh,
Watson gets collected at the end.
Oh, Watson and Tarble gets collected in it as well.
That's the points leader,
and
Seth Rawls, by
Rasheed
the way.
Coles. Yeah, and that's just not having a good half for luck-wise for that 25.
Oh my goodness, he and Weeks both got some. Weeks almost went over completely. That was insane. It looks like Weeks bounced off the wall, and Rawls and Watson were bystanders.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
Nowhere to monster go impacts.
For the second wreck in a row, basically, he got involved there, and just wait a bad way to kind of end a good week for Seth Rawls. He got the win last week in half number 2 at Auto Club. He got a win, and Bathurst in another league. It was shaping up to be a really good a really good week for Seth, but right now tonight, not starting out so hot. Now that's some heavy
Oh,
damage. to
we've
that
got a
25.
split decision coming onto pit road. Never mind. Everybody was going to not pit, and then everybody did pit.
Monkey.
It
Monkey
looks
see,
like a
monkey.
split decision for the ages.
Oh, guys,
old
we got a
monkey
problem.
see,
Never
monkey
mind.
Oh, but we do have one car staying on track.
Oh, and
It's
it's all
Nicholas Monticelli.
it's our old boy Nick, and you know what? This is his MO. We
Yeah.
haven't seen him in competition in a while, but do what others aren't doing and see if throw it at the wall, see if it sticks.
You know, I guess they haven't gone that many laps. If he hasn't been running his stuff too hard, he might be able to hang around the front.
Yeah, and he's gonna see what
We've got some
that
pit
newly
strategy
minted
going on. We've got some.
Ooh.
There's no way Zach Rogers took 4 tires because he just jumped like 10 spots.
No, yeah, he jumped quite a
Zach
bit.
Rogers
Nick
took
Indelicato.
right sides only.
9.5 second stop.
Yeah, he
Wow.
took rights.
Yep.
Wow. So we've got some interesting strategy here. Now, he did not get the lead. He's only going to end up 4th. Nonetheless, we're going to get to see how no tires, and we're going to get to see what 2 tires do.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one indeed to watch here. Is again, as we see a lot here in OSCA competition, the differing strategies and what will pay off should be fun. And, for Zach Rogers, it's he's only. He's going to be in 4th. He's going to restart in 4th unless Monticelli does decide to pit, but I don't think he's
It doesn't
gonna.
look like it. He looks pretty
Pretty
dead
content.
set on staying up there.
Yeah. So for Rogers, it's probably not going to be a race-winning move, but just to try to gain some track position here and just try to hold these boys off for about 16 laps by the time we go green.
I mean, when I was talking to everybody before the race, it's the right sides that take it the most because of the flat racetrack and pushing on them in the high speeds going into the corners. Realistically speaking, yeah, those are that's your right front right there.
Yeah. Get chewed up.
If the left sides aren't taking, a whole lot of wear, they didn't go really all that long on those left sides. Zach Rogers honestly might not lose much, if any at all, pace. I mean, it's yet to be seen, but I'm pretty confident. And maybe I'm biased because I picked him, but I'm pretty confident in the 2-tire call. And I'm also a fan of the 2-tire call. I don't know about you. I actively looked for opportunities to take 2 tires when I lead raced every week.
And I was asking the Do Good boys. I was just wondering with those, just taking the rights, if it might loosen the car up a little bit, might even be a little bit of advantage in a short run.
Yes.
Talking to those Do Good guys, just ask them how the car felt, and they just felt like neutral, like the car was kind of on rails. That it wasn't really pushing, it wasn't really loose. So maybe this might give them a little bit of advantage in the short run. Yeah, loose is fast, but on the edge you're out of control.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what Monticelli can do with the old tires.
Get the
He's going to
launch.
lead the field to the green. Yeah, he's got to get a good launch over defending champion Nick Indelicato. He gets ready to go to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out. Monticelli with a decent jump, but Indelicato's hanging on there.
Oh, we're 3 wide already. Cooper Johnson taking it to the inside of Tepe.
Oh!
Monticelli can't really do much with those tires.
Yeah, he's not hanging on. He's fallen back quite a bit here. Dropping like a rock in the meantime, trying to hang on to that outside, just not having the grip that the boys up front have. As Indelicato leads the race, but here comes Johnny Eckert once again battling for the lead. I think that these guys were they had a date with
What a
destiny
run by
here.
Eckert.
Wow, he wants the lead and he wants it now. As Johnny Eckert, where did he restart? Was he like in 4th?
Good question. I wish I had.
That would be the best place to restart.
Yeah.
I know Rogers restarted 4th.
Oh yeah. So he might have been 4th or he might have been third.
Either way, whoa, he's going to cross right under Nick Indelicato. If anybody's going to turn him, he's going to have a run on the inside now. And here comes the 55 of Rogers.
Yeah, how about that 2-tire stop? He's going to go for the lead. Oh, Indelicato throws a block, and Johnny Eckert goes lead on the inside.
Contact there between Eckert and Indelicato. They're okay.
They're okay. Now, Ty McIntosh on the inside as well. And this is ramping up. Oh! Ty pulls right in front of Dewar on the outside. They're going to try to make a run. high, wide, and handsome. But man, something must have happened with that 55 with the 2 tires.
Is
that
2
thing
tires
is
faster than 4? Because
it is hooked up. I mean, again, in the short term, we'll see how long it pays off for him. But he is right there.
he's only got to go 13 laps. Look out, very tight there between Dylan Thomas and Eckert. And there goes Zach Rogers to the lead. He's still going to have a Delicata under him, but if he can get a good run off, he's going to take the lead.
And then that 3-wide battle hasn't ceased up either, but it looks like Zach Rogers, at least this time by the stripe, he's going to have it. Yes, he does, with 12 laps to go.
Oh my goodness, Johnny Eckert just went from bottom to top as fast as I've ever seen anybody.
I think part of it was by design, but it might have been a little bit more drastic than what he wanted there. Whew, hanging on.
Oh, Eckert wanted to go somewhere with that run, but he wasn't quite clear. And how about that? The 2-tire call, not just barely. It looks good, man. He looks fast up there. We've got spinners in the back. Caution.
Caution is out again. I don't know if Zach Rogers want to see that. And if you're in the back, take 2 tires, guys. Whew.
Yeah, I think that's the move, man. 2 tires, that looks good.
My hand.
Oh, no.
Aldridge, Kenton, Peeler.
Yeah, I saw Peeler.
Oh, Peeler, not a good night for that Sugar Moon's Creations. Not a good half for a lot of these guys getting involved in wrecks.
Western is on board. Wow.
Ooh. Oh, and Kolb gets involved there as well. Oh, man. Wow. A decent sized wreck. And yep, there it is again. It's unfortunate there. Turn of events.
What did David Westergreen see?
So Westergreen, he said he had the right in front of him. Oh, and he probably had a little bit of pucker factor going on there for a minute. Kolb's fine. And you know what? He missed the jump. He's not man enough to take the jump.
I think he did get a hop. Oh, that was netcode.
That was netcode.
Oh, boy. You know what? I just noticed here, too, as we take more looks at the replay of the wreck, we do have the guy involved in the last caution, Seth Rawls. We'll have him join us up here in the booth. And Seth, as we were taking a look at this latest caution.
Look at the 20.
Man. So here's my. Oh, that was bad net code there. But for you, Seth, it was an awesome week for the past 6 days at least. Seemed like that fun ride kind of turned sour here, half number 1.
It came to a halt there on the backstretch, but yeah, thank you for bringing me up here. Ty says you can get a free interview, so I said why not. So yeah, how about this race?
It seems pretty wild. I feel like you got involved in 2 incidents, and neither of them were at your fault. You're just kind of a bystander to both. Is that kind of again? I think we talked about it. When you won Auto Club, where we have these kind of pack racing right now. Is it just kind of seems stressful?
Yeah, it's pack racing, but it's like Auto Club, but smaller and more tight, and just not enough banking. But yeah, it's frustrating. That was not fun at all. Just trying to get someone to go. This lane, that lane. But I got 48 seconds left to required. Hopefully, get back out there, see if I can sell some points. The points lead was fun for, what was it? You said 6 days, 7 days, 6 days.
6 days. Well, not even talking about that. Well, the points lead, that's gonna, big picture stuff. That's gonna hurt the points. But
yeah, still got a half 2 here.
Yeah, you got a half 2. Yeah, you can turn it around. But you got that win at Auto Club last week. You got the win at Bathurst on Monday in Elite. So it's been a good week. So ride that momentum in half number 2.
I'll give myself a pat on the back. That's it. But yeah, thank you guys for all you guys get your jobs. I think you're going 1 to green here. So thank you guys, launch partners. Check them out and see you on the flip side. Hopefully not the flip side. That'd be bad. But
if it's you, it's definitely.
Yeah, we want to see the good Rocket Man, not astronaut Rocket Man.
Hopefully. All right, bye, everybody.
All right, see ya. That was Seth Rawls, the number 25.
I was gonna say, if we want to, I didn't really do my whole pre-race questionnaire thing, but I did pick an in-race reporter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, who do we have?
We have Timothy League Daddy Conrad this week.
It's OSCA Daddy. Bring him
OSCA
on up.
Daddy. Here, I'm gonna move him up. No way, I just moved him in the Shift Discord. He's in the Nurse Aviator Discord. Now he's in the Do Good Discord, and here he is.
And it's because he's OSCA Daddy Tim Conrad. How's it hanging out there tonight? Hey, you're in P9 right now.
Dude, I'm hanging in there.
But you're hanging in there, to say the least. We saw you get a little air. Did it feel like you're in a monster truck there under that one caution?
I was nervous as hell that something was going to be broke or damaged, but the car feels pretty good right now.
Car feels good. You're up 21 spots to P9. What's kind of your goal here with we're gonna get green here with 7 laps to go?
Hang out and take P9.
I also have a question. I know you bought a 6-pack before the race. How many deep are you?
I bought a 12-pack before the race, and I'm 6 deep.
Okay.
It's a 6-pack now.
So
That's funny.
why, and this is why you're OSCA Daddy. Well, best of luck to you, OSCA Daddy. And hey, you never know. If you just mind your P's and Q's, you might be talking to us with either podium or maybe a win.
That would be really nice.
Hell yeah. Well, drink one for me, and good luck on the restart here.
Absolutely, boys. Have a good one.
Hit me too.
Oh, thank God Vic was gonna move him.
I was going to move him first.
He's very bottom voice channel. He was all the way down there.
You had him bouncing around. He's met everyone now. He made friends. He's gonna finish well here.
Speaking of
We'll
friends,
see
I
what-
don't know if anybody's gonna have any here at the front.
Now I'm curious to see how Zach Rogers choosing the bottom. First time we've seen the leader on the bottom since the drop of the initial green flag. Green flag's out. Zach
Very good
Rogers
launch.
gets that good jump. Yeah, great jump.
You know, the Delicato and McIntosh already hooked up. The 4 and the 9 are gonna stay side by side here. Wow, really racing with each other.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of faith on iRacing's netcode system.
No kidding. Good night to do that. As that's exactly what Zach Rogers wants to see. The 4 and the 9 duking it out for this for number 2 for this P2. As now we come down to 6 laps to go. Oh man, this is getting interesting. Right
Cooper
outside our
Johnson.
top 5.
Cooper Johnson, Dylan Thomas, the losers there up front. I am, you know, I picked him, so I like watching, but I am absolutely amazed at the speed in that 55 car.
Yeah, he is hooked up, and he's running laps just as good as the leaders are, and as you see, even gapping him a little bit. And coming to 5 laps to go, can he hang on? You see Dustin Dewar trying to get on the inside of Ty
Here we go.
McIntosh.
Here we go, though. The 9 and the 4 car catching
Oh,
up.
Ricken!
Really good runs out the corner. Oh, we got big wrecks. Wow, this
Oh.
is the field.
Oh man, Gilberto's involved. Cooper Johnson or pole sitter,
Oh,
Western
my
Green.
goodness. I saw 1 car spin, and then like 3 other cars spun at the same time.
And it's that time where you ramped up and get aggressive and man. Okay,
man.
so there's a lot of involved in the wreck there, and I just looked at the top 6 coming to the line there. They ran their fastest lap of the race at that point. So it shows you how tight and how aggressive these guys were.
It started with
To try to go
Cherry and
front.
Cooper. This is interesting. I can't tell whose fault. The whole thing started with right here.
Ooh. I don't know, Cherry. Yeah, we just see kind of the tail end of it. Oh man, Darren.
That is the
Nowhere
huge
to
one.
go. Oh,
That is the
and then
massive one.
I think Cooper got Cooper
Get through that.
Cooper involved there. Conrad, man, oh man.
Oh,
Oh
we just
man,
talked
I'm here.
to Tim Conrad. Yeah.
Was that Vic? Was that Conrad who just said
yeah.
he had a meatball?
Yeah.
Damn it. Oh man. He's OSCA Daddy.
Yeah, as a
Clear it.
matter of
Clear it,
fact, we
Vic.
have the 00, 99, 91, 73, 35, 21, all with me.
Oh no, the
Oh,
Me
boy.
Fine car. It's a 3-way TV car, but
Me find 3Y TV. Oh man, just I heard again. I don't know what I'm singing. And here's Darren again. Just oh man,
That's unlucky.
unlucky and oh just
I think Kynan Jones flipped. Oh my God.
oh boy.
A lot of cars got air. Dylan
There's Kynan.
Thomas.
See if the land shark. He might not be the land shark. He might be air shark here. Oh boy.
You know whose view is going to be the best?
Who?
Justin Kolb and Rashid Coles.
Oh, yeah, Justin Kolb. I think he just barely missed.
You know what? Dave
Darren.
Carpenter. Oh, Dave Carpenter. Oh my goodness, Dave Carpenter was even closer to missing Darren. Look, watch how close both of them get. You'll see Rashid Coles is like last place right now, just chilling back there pretty much, and he goes to the apron, and it's the easiest 15 spots he's ever going to pick up.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Avoid the chaos, avoid the mayhem. Here's Dave Carpenter. Yikes!
Oh my
And
goodness.
man, when he chose that apron, it almost, for that split second, it didn't look like the safest bet for both him and Kolb, but
So
getting
just to-
through. Wow.
Just to give you an idea, there are 12 cars on the racetrack. Make it
13.
everybody else is on pit road. Now
It looks
13 with
Gilberto. Yep, he's doing it for the brand, doing it for Mama.
Oh,
Wow.
Healer.
Keeler, man, that car is gonna look like a modified by the time we're done with it here.
That might be the biggest crash since Talladega a season or two ago.
Look,
Yeah.
Kentucky is known for having huge crashes like this.
Yeah, you know, I was kind of thinking of that one race in 2013. I think Greg Biffle spun down the track and came back up on the track going into turn one and took a bunch of guys with him. I don't know, it was a pretty cool wreck.
Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember that one as well. We do have the now
Land shark.
officially he's now air shark kind of. He was flopping around there a little bit, but kind
Consider
of.
him grounded.
Yeah, land shark, are you grounded?
Well, it was a little bit airborne, so I can't really say I was grounded.
But man, it
Probably
just
not
seems like just mayhem out there, and a lot of innocent bystanders in the last wreck. How badly damaged is that 73 car?
Have you seen it?
Well, I was expecting not as much required as I expected, but the rest of the car is total, and I'm just gonna try run and pick up any leftovers I can find. I mean, shots to scavengers. When there's a free chance of food, they'll take it. So, might as
Ooh,
well
yeah.
try to get some free points.
Ooh, I like
loss. There's no front or rear bumper on that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
modified
needs
right
time.
now. Yeah, it's minor. Those are
It's down.
those are overrated. But
Exactly.
for you kind of here, you know, it looks like you're going to be starting kind of towards the back here for half number 2, and you know, we've seen movers and shakers throughout this field. What's kind of your game plan going into half number 2?
Well, we've seen all night that it's very tight on the pack, so there's going to be more carnage. Hopefully I'm not involved, but netcode has been very strange, so for those who I have gotten into with netcode, I am sorry for, but the game plan is just to try somehow survive, and maybe strategy will fall our way, but who knows, it's too early to tell right now.
Yeah, it was that one netcode incident that you had. It was about a mile between you and I think Westergreen that was involved in that
Yeah.
one. But before we let you go, as we're getting ready to go back, Green Flag, any quick shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, I just want to thank Nurse Aviator on Twitch. They're my main sponsor. They're on the hood and also on my rear bumper, which I don't have a rear bumper right now, and surprisingly I have a hood, but besides that, I just want to also thank y'all for broadcasting this, the viewers at home for watching, as well as Vic for putting up with us.
All right, well, we'll hopefully we can put up with you after the second half. We can talk to you again in a more lighter conversation after you win the race.
Yeah, hopefully, but still a long way to go till that happens.
Yep, but yeah, be prepared to try to land shark some of those free spots here towards the end. Best of luck to you, Kynan. That's Kynan Jones. Well, okay, thank you.
Race cars off, green, white, checkered, 1 of 2.
And we'll see if we can get through this first one here, or Zach Rogers, let's say Rhett, with that lead with those 2 tires, gets another good jump. Is that all he's going to need to see if Indelicato and Johnny Eckert, if they're going to settle this one? They've worked together to catch that 55 car on the last restart. Right now, battling for that second spot.
Look out, though, and Delicato's got a huge run already. He's going to be right up to the back bumper of the 55.
He's gonna be right there, coming to the white flag. He's got his teammate behind him with that arrow
Get in the
push.
back!
Justin, you were spinning.
Caution!
Oh,
Oh,
Justin Gold is a
boy.
monster truck.
Oh man.
did you
Dustin
say?
Dewar looked like he was what did you say about a monster truck?
I said
Oh.
Justin Gold is a monster truck.
Yeah, he
He
ran
did
him
the
over.
thing.
Oh, he did. He jumped it.
Can I have a caution without any of my cars being involved, please?
He's fine. He's fine. He missed the wreck. He's fine. He just jumped in the air.
You know who didn't miss the wreck? Peeler.
Oh no.
Adam Peeler, this Sugar Moon's Creations.
Whoa, hold on.
Oh,
Justin Cope had nothing to do with that wreck. I think he hit the wall and then went all the way in the grass.
I said he was a monster truck because he hit the grass and jumped in the air. He did the thing.
I know, but I think he hit the wall. He was in front of the wreck.
Oh.
Oh well, I mean technically behind it, but
The 32 spun right in front of him though. What happened?
Ooh,
Oh, he did.
oh man, okay. Well, Justin Cope got the
man.
biggest error of the night. He got front end damage out of
yeah.
that too.
Wow.
Oh no! What do you do if you're Colby? Stay out there. Try to run these.
Yeah, you gotta stay out there.
Checker.
He's
Yeah.
seventh. He's seventh. No way you come down
Yeah.
there.
Wow. You know, in real life, he lost a splitter there. If that was the case.
Oh, I've actually usually don't see damage coming from that, but he hit the grass so hard he did get damage.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. So yeah, we got another couple guys here in the infield care center. We'll first bring up the guy we kind of spotlighted here. We do have Adam Peeler in that 13 Sugar Moon's Creation Toyota, and man, Adam, it was not a good half for you here at half number one.
No, yeah, so I got caught up in just about everything. Did make a mental note, need more front brakes for the second half because when you try to stop with no front brakes, car don't like to stop. So mainly I just want to come over here. I finally get a second to ask you what you guys thought about your wax melts real quick before we go back there. I haven't got to talk to you since they've all went out, so that's kind of what I was curious about. That and Carlos wrecked me on Tuesday.
Ooh, yeah, we actually talked about that on top of the broadcast a little bit, but I have to say I'm really a big fan of the bourbon scent.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend did like the sandalwood scent.
Oh, that's good.
But both of them I thought were very, very good. I'll definitely be a return customer to the Sugar Moon's Creations. I like it.
I already am a return customer. I actually was gonna buy some more. No, I was gonna buy some more honestly because, I'm new to the whole world of melting wax because the wax melts, but it still stays there. So I've been like relighting it, but I don't know if I should throw out the wax or
no. One little cube will last you about a week and a half. So
okay.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So So at this pace, Adam, two-part question. First part, at this pace, the way Carlos puts you in the wall, then he'll go to Sugar Moon's Creations. Is it worth it? And what is your strategy here for half number two?
Try not to die. For the second half one, I think we did a really good job last week of making up some points, and I thought we were in a good position to do that again tonight. And then it all went bad, so we're gonna just try not to die. And for the other question, then but by the way, because I know y'all always talk about it on broadcast, I have Fruit Loop going. While I race, just so y'all know.
Yeah,
I know y'all are always asking that and talking about that, so that's what's burning over there in the corner.
So, and then we also got to ask: are you ever going to come with like a racing fuel burning rubber kind of a set?
Oh my goodness, that'd be
put you in the field. Yeah.
I don't know if you would want your house to smell like that though.
Maybe when you're racing. What if you're league racing?
Just contract yourself in your computer room. Just have that room smell like that, and it puts you like right in the action.
I mean, I get it, but like it's also nice to have something like calming and just relaxing while you're in here hating everybody and their mothers.
Or, well, you can mark it as drivers using it, or you can say, hey, fans at home, do you want to feel closer to the racing action like you're actually there? Call it the OSCA scent. I'm just throwing that out there.
Buy the candle and crank the heat up and close all.
A bunch of sweaty dudes who aren't showering.
It's so funny though, like all this is taken off and my wife loves it, but the fact that most of her customers have become men lately, I think is so funny.
Hey,
Also,
you know what?
we
Never
hope
in a
you
million
feel
years would
better.
imagine that.
We hope you feel better, Mrs. Sugar Moon Creation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's not
yeah.
feeling too good, but
Well, you just gotta tell her smelly dudes need the room, you know, from their sweaty bo to smell
Yeah,
good.
we
so
gotta
that's why
hide
he
the
needs
musk.
wax smell. Yeah, we gotta hide
exactly.
that.
Well, that's what I told her. I was like, guys will buy it because they want their room to smell good. They don't clean, but if it smells good, then it's clean. So they will buy the stuff just so it smells good.
Boom, nailed it.
I mean,
Well,
honestly.
yeah. With that, we're gonna get ready to go with the restart. We'll hopefully talk to you again a little bit later when as we get settling the last attempt at a green-white checkered here.
Y'all be good.
You as well. Thank you, Adam, for joining us.
Here we go.
Zach
This is it.
Rogers, he's got to hold him off for 2 laps. And what Zach Rogers needs is a good jump, and Delicado and Eckert battle for that second spot.
one.
Oh man, that's what he wants. See Ty McIntosh trying to push that 4 car to that second spot. Side by side for second place, but that will put that 55 out front going down the backstretch here.
Delicado's got another good run, but he's not going to be quite as close. I don't know how many chances he's going to have at the 55.
And if you're Zach Rogers, he's got to block, basically to try to predict the lane that the 4 car picks on this last lap.
Oh,
You
Eckert
come
gets
down-
the 4 car shot. I don't know if it was intentional. Oh, contact between Eckert and McIntosh.
We got the white flags. This will end it. Does Indelicado have anything for the 55 going into turns 1 and 2 for the final time?
Rogers bobbled. Nick's going to have a shot. Might not
Oh,
be
in
a
the
good one,
wall!
but he's going to have one.
Oh, in the wall, Ty McIntosh. Oh, and he can't hang on to it. He's flipping down the backstretch. Got in with Adam Tepe, but going through 3 and 4 for the final time. Zach Rogers taking 2 tires to win half number 1 of the
What
VRA
a call.
162.
What a call.
Wow. Take note of that.
2 tires. 2 tires.
2 tires. Zach Rogers wins. Indelicado second. Johnny Eckert third. How about Dave Carpenter? Narrowly missing that previous wreck. Finishes 4th. Nathaniel Cherry 5th. Rashid Coles, how about that? Ends up in the 6th position. Now I lost my feed there. Where they finished. And Justin Kolb, Monster Trucking, hung on to that 7th spot with a damaged front end. Alex Kenton with an 8th place finish. We've seen him without a hood. He had some pretty significant damage throughout the race. Finishes in 8th. Dallas Myhan, we've seen him in a few wrecks, finishing 9th.
Oh
How
my
about Darren
goodness.
Staff?
Remember when he was rocketing
Finishing 10th.
down from the wall to the inside after getting spun in that wreck?
Yeah, and
Look
what
at
what a turn of events. And again, the top 9 will invert here. So Dallas Myhan will start on the pole. Oh, there's
a lot of
Just talk.
Yeah,
I don't know where it's coming from.
Happiness. But anyway, Zach Rogers again with that win. I don't know if we'll get him in with the interview, but one thing I do have to point out, I was going to point out with when he was running up in the top 5. I hope JD Dewar, for JD Hilltop Salvage, if he's watching tonight, got to give him a shout out. Son had a good run going, but we've seen that what brought out the final caution, him getting spun out there and ended up finishing 4 laps down. But he's got a fast hot rod. Your son's gonna have hopefully a good run here in half number 2. As you look at the running order there, you see Dustin Dewar finishing in the 21st position. See some of the guys not having a whole lot of luck. It's a shame for Adam Tepe, finishing back in 13th. He was up in the top 5. Ty McIntosh, who was in the top 5 there, finishes 20th.
They had an incident. There were a lot of words I will not repeat came from Ty McIntosh's mouth. I'm going to go back and look.
For a 15-year-old kid, I'm telling you, that's not good.
It looks like Tepe had a huge run on McIntosh, and as he chose to go to the outside, the 10 was kind of going there, and I don't really think I can place the blame on either of them. They kind of just went for the same spot. It looks like Tepe poked his nose in a tight spot, and McIntosh made it a little too tight for him.
Yeah, and it's just a last lap, I think, racing deal at that point.
It's really hard to place any blame. Of course, Tepe lost about 8 spots. McIntosh lost way more than that.
So
got a good finish out of it.
yeah, it didn't pay off for either one of them, but that's kind of how this pack racing works. But I think with this, as we winding down the warm-up session, we can maybe make our half number 2 picks now. How about that?
Yes, we certainly can. I know I'm going last. Picked a good.
Going first is Dallas. Dallas once again gets picked first here for half 2.
Oh boy. Well, that last race was up and down, I think, for everyone. Let's go with Dave Carpenter this race.
Ooh, I like that.
Second is Goody, actually.
That will be me. Okay, I'm gonna go. I don't believe I picked him, but I like what I saw out of that 87 car. I think he's gonna have better luck this go around. I'm gonna take Darren Stapp.
And third up is me. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think my pick got absolutely murdered in the first half. So I'm gonna go with yet again another pole sitter, and I'm gonna go with Dallas. No pressure, Dallas.
So given last race, I missed my pit box. I went to the 26 and I was at the 20. So
it's no.
That was interesting.
And then obviously Carlos, you get to pick second to last.
I'm gonna go with Johnny Eckert in the number 9 machine.
And Matt, who you got?
I'm going to take the number 99 of Gilberto.
Ooh, I like that.
I've already got my wild card win here with this guy, so I think I can be a little adventurous.
I like it. I like it a lot, and hopefully, makes you and my mama proud. In that number 99, Goodies Ford.
I spent all race kind of like this, like just upset because I thought I had picked Jeff Green because that's what I initially picked, and I forgot that I couldn't pick Jeff Green, so I went with the 4, and he finished second.
That worked out really good for you.
See,
it really did.
It really did. But
sorry,
now we get to see another. Oh, it's another resurgence here for these guys. Jeff Green having tough luck in half number 1. A lot of these guys. I mean, basically, I think anyone from like 10th on or like 11th on back wants some sort of redemption here in half number 2.
I'm looking namely at Jeff Green, who finished 24th, 5 laps down. Seth Rawls, 28th, 9 laps down. Dylan Thomas, 29th, 11 laps down. And Neil Rett, 30th, 11 laps down. All 4 of those guys at one point were in the top 5 and spent plenty of laps in the top 10.
Yeah, and hey, I'm going to show it to my buddy, too. Dustin Dewar talked about him a little bit just a few seconds ago.
Dustin, too, yeah.
Yeah, in the top 5 there with just a handful of laps to go, finishing 21st. Looking for redemption. Cooper Johnson, our pole sitter, end up in 17th. We've seen him up at least in the top 10 for a good chunk of half number 1, but getting collected in a lot of the wild and wackiness there at the end of half number 1. But it's going to be interesting. A guy like Zach Rogers, we've seen him, again, take that strategy. And man, I just think how my comments didn't age well when I said that was not the race winning move, and look like that old 55 car, he made me eat crow.
Everybody out here is trying to go for whatever gap exists and doesn't exist, but there's a quote that I like to live by. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna switch on over to this quote I like to live by. If gap, car.
Michelle Shoemaker. I like that. You know what? And a lot of times that's exactly how it plays out. And hey, that's
if gap car.
If gap car. Yeah. Put car there. Maybe car's already there. You never know. And that's, I think, what a lot we've seen of half number 1. Oh, hold on. What did they ask?
How long is this practice session?
Yeah, this seems like a long this is a long
7 minutes. It ends in about 3 seconds.
It's 7 minutes because normally we have an interview. Also, I did tell whoever has their cameras that somebody needs to fix their audio with it.
I think it might be Peeler. How muffled? Is it like really muffled?
Well, no, here's the thing though. The audio shouldn't be working.
I'm still thinking it's someone from Shift Esports just by the sound of that wreck, and I'm still banking on it being Ty McIntosh. I don't know why.
There's a lot of angry stuff, then yeah, it's definitely Ty McIntosh.
I don't know. I'm looking at all my audio sources. I'm not seeing anything.
Huh.
It's weird. Well, because especially when that last lap contact, I heard a lot of curse words. So, anyone watching, if you have young kids, put them to bed, or if you're okay with that language, it's you might hear some expletives, but here you see Dallas Mahan on the pole, and Alex Kenton alongside of him as well. But we won't have our who was our in race reporter again? I forgot who we had for it.
It was OSCA Daddy.
Oh, it was OSCA Daddy, yeah. OSCA Daddy is our in-race reporter. Well, can we bring him up here for a second as we get the field gridded up?
I will pull him up so that you know all the channels there, Matt.
Yeah, you go ahead. I don't really want to drag him through every OSCA.
There you go.
All right, we got our in-race reporter Tim OSCA Daddy Conrad, and man, it didn't quite pay off. It looked like he got caught up in the mayhem at the end of half number one. And again, along with my two-part questions here, how many beers deep are you, and what's the strategy here for half number two?
Drink more beer.
I just cracked number 7 and try not to get packed in the butt again.
That's a goal I think a lot of people should have.
I'm like, man, I had that wreck missed.
Yeah, it looked like he just caught the tail end of it, and it was heart-wrenching when I heard you over the radio say you had a meatball. We were pulling for you up here in the booth, but so you're going to start back. Where you starting at here?
27.
27. So you got some ways to go, but right now, you're not in a bad position here because you can kind of let the wildness unfold ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pick my way slowly through the field again, like I did last half, but this time try to survive.
Yeah, survive indeed. That seems to be the name of the game here tonight. But best of luck to you before we send you off here, as you guys are heading down pit road. Any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out for Weekend Woodsmen. Check out our YouTube channel, and Struttin' 360. Go ahead and check out their website and Facebook page, and they do an awesome product for turkey hunting decoys.
Heck yeah, go check them out, and best of luck to you, Tim, and hopefully we talk the old OSCA Daddy in Victory Lane after you let the mayhem happen. You pick them off one at a time.
Gonna try.
Go get them, buddy.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yep, you bet. Tim Conrad, our in-race reporter.
7 deep, and he's posed. I wouldn't be able to tell. He's following section of the rulebook 10.3.
Trust me, he doesn't become belligerent until he's 24 deep.
Okay.
Yeah, us old seasoned veterans.
You guys have a tolerance.
Yep.
It also depends on what you drink. Like I can drink like a bunch of beers and I'll be fine.
Light
I'll
is what
drink
he drinks.
I'll drink some vodka and I'm out in like 2 or 3 sips.
Mm-hmm. That's true too. And the thing is too with OSCA Daddy and guys like myself too, you can even drink 7 and be fine, but still wake up the next morning feeling like Mike Tyson punched you in the brain, like you were like 21 years old and just went out on a bender.
He works in tech. He always feels like somebody punched him in the brain.
Oh, no. Alright, I went to every single driver's audio, and even though I didn't need to, even though like it should all be muted automatically, I went and lowered every single driver's audio like slider, even though there's no audio coming in. So if we hear it, it's definitely not me. Well. If we don't hear it, maybe it is me.
Maybe it is, but the thing is, whoever it was, really, you kiss your mother with that mouth. Ty, I'm still blaming Ty. It's his night where I pick on him. But hopefully he gets a better run. I know he was pretty frustrated with how half number 1 ended. We got a whole another 54 laps to go. Fresh faces up front now. So I wonder how you feel when you're a semi-retired league driver, Terry Labonte, Dallas Mahan, one of the same. I want to know too if Dallas can grow a Terry Labonte-like mustache. That'd be interesting.
I've never seen. He actually does. I don't know about a full beard, but if you're looking for a mustache, I do think I've seen a mustache on his face. I don't know how bushy it is though.
Well, at least as long as he's doing, just doing the best he can. That's all. You got to work with what you got. And we'll see what these boys got here in half number 2 as the pace truck dives down as they slowly approach the Geico restart zone. And getting there. Green flag is out. Dale Smihan with the good jump. Oh man, that was a great jump off the initial start.
Alex Kenton cannot get going. They're already stacking up big time.
Oh man,
huge damage to 87.
Caution's out. Man, that's stacked
balls.
up on the start. Oh man.
Alex Kenton did not go at all. I don't know if he missed a shift or what.
It just bottled the restart, bottled the pack up again. Seth Rawls.
Oh my goodness. Significant damage to the noses of Nick Indelicato, Darren Staff, Nicholas Monticelli. Wow.
It looks like Carpenter got at least some rear damage. He looks like he might have some nose damage as well.
Is Seth Rawls okay? You said his name, but he started in the back, didn't he?
He did get some contact in the back. He has some rear end and spoiler damage.
Yeah, I don't think his nose should be okay, but if they can straighten out that spoiler, get some of that damage fixed, he should be okay.
He'll be fine in general, I believe. Justin Kolb's second.
Yeah,
the whole outside line.
The whole spot. Yeah, so that was something wrong with the 14 on that initial start, stacked up the field, and it was the great accordion effect, kind of something similar that we've seen in real life at Auto Club. I believe was it Joey Logano? I think able to start, and they kind of an accordion effect. Maybe not as bad of an outcome as
Oh yeah. Now I know. Just last week, of course.
Yeah.
We've seen it at Dover, where drivers would either miss their shift or something on the outside line.
Oh, there was one in 2017 where Jimmy Johnson, I think he tried to go from second to third and didn't go.
I think that's the one I'm thinking of, yeah.
Yep. Wasn't he? Yeah, because he was on the front row. Yeah, wasn't he on the front row? He was up there.
I remember it. As a former Jimmy Johnson fan, he took 2 tires and was restarting on the outside. I was like, this is going to be sick, and then he died.
What, are you giving up on him now that he's
the former fan?
Oh, he's not racing full time. Of course, I'm still a fan of him, but I meant when he was racing every single race.
I'm not a former Jeff Gordon fan because he's retired. I'm still a fan. He just doesn't race.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm still a fan of him there. Okay.
I root for Dale Jr. when he comes back once a year, in Xfinity action. Let's go. So speaking of racing action, we never really got a chance to ask you, how did Daytona go for you?
Oh, it was. I mean, I guess while we've got time, man, it was fun. As opposed to the 3 or 4 cars we brought last year, our cars were actually a lot more competitive. I was pitting for we didn't really take tires with the compound that General brings and the fact that it's ARCA and it's only 80 laps. So I didn't really get to do any pit stops myself. But the car I was on, last year none of our cars were really able to draft. We're not exactly a front runner team. But this year we had 2 of our cars that were able to race in the pack, and I was like, whoa, this is different. This is cool.
What cars were you with? I was trying to keep up, but Vic told me the one he thought you were on.
I was with the 11 car.
The 11, yep, and he was in the top 10 there towards the end of the race too.
He was in the top 10 quite a bit throughout the race. He had to miss a couple wrecks, and towards the end of the race, he restarted 15th, and the car in front of him just did not go, and he just about lost the draft with 3 laps to go, and he was able to finish 16th. But I was like, man. And then our other car, John Garrett, he actually streams iRacing a lot. He's doing the full season in the 66. He was 10th coming to the line, and he got dumped just a few seconds before the line and ended up 20-something. I don't know. If I get started, I'm going to talk a lot about it. But no, it was a lot of fun. We had some fast race cars. It was a lot more fun to watch than last year, and it makes me really look forward to Phoenix next week, actually. I'm really sad. I'm going to go to Phoenix next week, but I'm not going to be in here in the booth again.
Oh, man. See, old part-timer. But hopefully you'll have fun. Hopefully you'll have some competitive cars out in Phoenix as we'll see the competitive action right here, right now as we get the restart.
More laps with it.
Yeah, at lap number 5, 50 to go once they hit the line. Long way to go. Pit stops to go as well. See if that Dallas Myhan in that 20 can get a good jump again, and he does, but he brings his
we've got
teammate.
more stack up. We're going to get on the restart. This time, it was just Adam Keeler that went around.
No caution coming out this time. As Nathaniel Cherry takes the lead, Dallas Myhan jumps up to the outside. He's going to lose a lot of track position along with Justin Kolb in the 54. Peeler tries to get going.
Just so we're up to date on it, Dustin Dewar and Gilberto Javier Gomera with the biggest damage on that, and Peeler. Lots of damage to those cars.
Man, hopefully they can hang on to the draft and wait until they can get some of that damage fixed. But how about our half number 1 winner? Maybe it wasn't the 2 tires. Maybe he just has this track figured out. He's already worked his way up 6 spots into that 3rd spot, and he's looking for more.
Man, with how important track position and draft is, maybe, yeah, he just needed the track position. And he probably figured it out if he's already gained that many spots.
Yeah, but our leader, Johnny Eckert, another one, moved up 6 spots as well. He just rocketed to the lead. We'll take a look at the replay of that restart. It looks like Tarbolt jumps up.
It was the inside lane that stacked up, though.
It started with Rashid Coles and somebody else either in front or behind him is where the stack up began, I want to say.
So oddly enough, here in half number 2, ooh,
kind of.
Okay. I thought Dallas was going to clear himself right in the front bumper of the 55. They avoid that contact, but yeah, oddly enough, these restarts in half number 2 not going smoothly with the first 2. As Johnny Eckert, we've seen him lead some laps early on in half number 1, back out front. Nathaniel Cherry, last week's half number 1 winner, trying to get it done again here today. And again, we heard Dallas say he went to the 26 pit box. That's why he missed his pit stall in half number 1. How weird is it got to be seeing that your old car in the windshield?
I know. I remember Tony Short saying something about it whenever he
when he went to the Ford. The 20 to 14.
Yeah, and he saw his old car, pass him. It was pretty funny. That's what I always think about.
Yeah, you got to think it's a little odd, but now he doesn't have to worry about it as he moves back into the 2nd position after losing a couple spots on the restart. And how about Adam Tepe? We've seen the speed that he had in practice, half number 1, right towards the end, getting involved in the last lap wreck. He's moved himself up 8 spots into the 5th position, and just like everyone else, he's looking for more. He's on the back bumper of half number 1 winner Zach Rogers as they come on to 2.
Seen a lot more of Zach Evans this half for sure. Didn't really have the half 1 he was hoping for in that wonderful blue and black 3-wide TV car. Looking pretty good. He and James Watson.
You know what? No matter what happens to him, anytime, if he's got those white gloves on, he's looking good. He's looking dapper. You know what? And now that we're actually showing him, he's going to run good in this half, I feel like.
And
he's an 8th spot, yeah.
Don't look now. One of our guys, he started 2nd in the first half, and he was pretty fast. Jeff Green started this race in 24th. He just made the pass for 13th, and the only thing in front of him now is that pack of the top 12 that he's catching up to.
He's working his way up. We got about a half a second till a little under half a second till he catches that pack. As we definitely don't see in this half number 2, I don't know what the weather difference was from half number 1 to half number 2, as both are under the lights, but definitely not seeing the 4-wide, 3-wide action that we've seen. But I wonder if that has anything to attribute with those restarts and maybe a little bit of that bumper damage that's kind of preventing these packs from forming up.
Yeah, we've got, I'd say, probably a good 5 or 6 cars that are damaged significantly, and maybe a few more with some minor damage. It's the fact that there's some damaged cars early on, and it's also the fact that just stack-ups, rather than stacking up the field, they stack them up there, but they get strung out because one line goes and the other doesn't. And as you can see, yeah, for just about most of the top 20, when they get on the straight, they're single file. Of course, they fan out a little bit in the corners, but things right now, probably the calmest they've been all night.
Yeah,
Lead,
it's
lead.
relatively calm right now. But, oh, yeah, we do have that battle for the lead as Dallas Myhand, our pole sitter here for half number 2. He wants that lead back. He's going to get it. Well, maybe I spoke too soon.
Yeah, I think you might have. Oh, Johnny Eckert has been really strong on that top side all night long. I haven't really seen him do anything on the bottom. He's made his home up there, and he's made it work for him pretty good.
Yeah, he's flexing his old retired flabby arms to the front.
Flexing his old retired flabby arms.
Hey, I heard Peeler. I kind of forgot. I said this last week. I called Peeler scrawny, so I feel like I have to.
You're calling Johnny
just pick
flabby?
on. Yeah, I mean not flabby, but just he's old. He's got wrinkly skin now. He's a retired driver, so.
The ripe old age of.
Like,
20
probably,
something?
I would say 15 years younger than me, probably.
I believe he's 28.
Oh, the 9 years. Yeah, he's getting there. He's probably got a gray hair or two. Maybe after listening to me, he'll have even more. But he holds on to a pretty wheel in that top spot. Dallas Myhand in second. Zachary Rogers holding on to that third spot. Right now, the battle right now is for third, or fourth, I should say, as Nathaniel Cherry, Ty McIntosh try to work their way by Adam Tepe, currently holding on to that fifth spot.
There's Tepe and McIntosh, the two guys that were not happy at the end of that first half.
Oh, wow. Hold on. McIntosh in the Spider-Man driver's suit. That's pretty badass.
Oh wow, yeah, you're right. With the Me sponsorship helmet.
Oh yeah, he's got the whole Ricky Bobby helmet, Spider-Man suit. He's looking fast.
Like all aspects of his personality wrapped up into one driver, I guess.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say. Oh no, that was Seth Rawls that had the sloth. Never mind. I was trying to see if I was gonna find it. I was gonna look for a sloth, but I wasn't gonna find one.
Is the tongue gonna come out?
Come on, tongue. He's not.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah. How many more weeks of winter? We just got snow up here in Wisconsin. Come on, stick your tongue out. We want warm weather.
I don't think we're gonna get it. He's leaning that way though.
He's leaning.
Jeff Green, top 10.
He's helping him turn.
I think Vic just told him to stick the tongue out. He said, "Do what?" Here we go.
Ooh! Dallas almost coming in front of the front bumper of his teammate. Ty McIntosh not playing along at the moment.
No, he's man. That's the focus there, I suppose.
Yeah. So, and one thing I noticed too, we were talking about Green, that when he was running back in that 11th or 12th position, he was about a half a second back of this lead pack, and it looks like a lot of that field from about 15th on up is in a pretty tight window, even 16th I would say. It's Neil Rutt kind of on this tail end of this pack, is somewhat within that drafting distance, so a lot of cars still hanging on, battling, trying to work their way up to the front. Jeff Green is one of them. He's moved up to that 7th spot now.
Yeah, Jeff Green on an absolute tear here. Have to wonder, this is definitely one of the longer runs we've had tonight, and knock on wood, let's go ahead and commentators jinx it. If we don't have a caution, it's gonna run longer than these guys have ran tonight. We'll really start to see that right front on that 2 car if it's taken much of a beating, or if Jeff Green is doing that miraculous job of saving his tires and putting on a blistering pace at the same time.
Let's see, a guy who saved at least his left side tires pretty good in half number 1, Zach Rogers. He looked like he was taking a peek for the lead, trying to get around Johnny Eckert. And I kind of wonder that mid line that Johnny's running. He's not running way high. He's not definitely not on the yellow line going in the corners. It's straight away there, the tri-oval he's doing it. But kind of wonder that's got to be now he's on the yellow line. Thanks, Johnny. But he's got to be saving a decent amount of tire, being in the lead and not running that top more higher up. It seems generally it burns that right front just a little bit more.
Yeah, it does. And as long as you run it carefully, you can save some, but it's hard to run carefully up there and make speed. That's the problem.
Yeah, so it seems like that midline is kind of where Johnny's hooking up right now. As man, Jeff Green.
Here comes Jeff Green. Top 5.
Not saving tires. Holy man. he's got a do-good rocket ship, or DGG Racing rocket ship, do-good motor in that thing. And he's flying to the front.
I was considering a Jeff Green pick tonight, but of course, I think either somebody else picked him or I just picked somebody else.
I mean, I definitely considered it.
It would have been a good pick at half one.
Yeah.
It would have been a great pick here. We've got a car on pit road.
It would not have been a good pick at half one, unfortunately.
Yesterday, Dewar is on pit road.
Dewar, Carpenter, I believe, and Capuano. So three of the do-good
green flag
cars
pit
coming down
stops.
pit roads. This, short pitting
This
for
is
these cars.
This is a gamble, but I kind of like it.
Kind of doing see if the leaders follow suit, but that could be a kind of a hidden secret for these do-good cars that aren't running towards the front right now. As
you know who doesn't
He's slowly pulling away.
Oh yeah, he is.
Jeff Green is currently working on third. We looked away and he passed another car.
Yeah, and he is working on Ty McIntosh right now for that third position.
I wonder if Ty McIntosh ever got to see Jeff Green race.
Probably being 15 years
Ty's a
old,
kid.
maybe. Yeah, he's just a little guy, just a young guy.
I wonder if he knows the
Where's
significance of the 2000 Busch Series champion.
Where's Caden Tusk when you need him?
You know, even at his actual age of 20, that's a good couple years before that when Jeff Green won his championship.
No, what you're saying is he never got to see Jeff Green actually be competitive. Is what you're telling everyone right now.
No, that's not what I meant. No.
No, it's what you're saying.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, he was almost angry that he doesn't know the competitive Jeff Green. Almost got in the back.
I was going to say he did see a mirror full of them there.
Oh wow!
I'm trying to say if OSCA kid Ty McIntosh, if he even knows of the number 10 Nesquik car, because he's a kid, so he would be drinking Nesquik all the time.
Can we have a throwback scheduled race?
We do.
I could totally.
Talladega. It's 2005 throwbacks.
Oh man. He didn't run that Nesquik car, did he?
No,
that was
a
a
Busch car.
2000 Busch Series.
Yeah, that was,
It's 2005 Cup Series for Talladega.
it has to be Cup Series. All right.
Yeah, they've already elected their.
I like to point
I
out.
remember now.
My very first ever NASCAR diecast that I ever had was the number 10 Nesquik car.
I had a little 1/64 scale of it when I was a little kid.
It was a big. I don't think it was 124. I think it was the one that was higher, that was bigger than that. But yeah.
There's like a 132 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Like it's not like rare, but it's not common.
118.
There we go. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh. I think.
But yeah, I might still have that car. It's missing all its wheels. It's been beat up to hell because I was a kid.
Oh, contact between Green and McIntosh.
Ooh, these guys getting friendly with each other. The young kid and the old vet duking it out for that third spot.
Green's going to have another big run on him here.
McIntosh not wanting to give it up. Oh, Jeff Green forced to go low here.
He can make that bottom work. He's got enough, and wow, he is going to go around Ty McIntosh.
Yeah, let's see. A lot of the moves that Jeff Green has made here in half number 2.
Oh, not quite.
Oh, he pushed up a little bit coming out of the corner, and that's going to bring Ty back ahead of him. And oh yeah, he's going to clear him. And now they got a mirror full of Dallas Myhand and Zach Rogers in that number 2 rear view mirror.
Don't have to look a whole lot further to find some more cars either. Did we have more cars come to pit road? I'm starting to think we. No, okay, not yet. I just wasn't sure.
Capuano, Carpenter.
That was white. Is that it?
No, there's some more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, contact!
Oh, they get together big time this time.
Oh,
they save
both
it.
wash up the track. That's going to cost them both a few positions on the outside. They've been drumming so hard for that third spot, it's going to cost them both.
Ty needs to remember he is 10 years old, so he cannot be cursing.
Now he's 10?
He's going to get younger.
He's going to keep getting younger.
Yeah, he's Benjamin Button. He's aging in reverse.
Oh, no. By the end of the race, he'll be 4 years old.
Oh, yeah. But he's going to drop all the way out of the top 10 with that little bobble between him and Jeff Green. And, man, that 10 car has been used up quite a bit here tonight. See if he can get that. He has that speed. He can get back up into the
Oh, the
top
3-wide
10.
TV car's 3-wide.
Oh boy, man, they're doing it on. They're doing it for the brand. As Nick Indelicato with the damage that he got off that restart.
Haven't really been able to see much of Nick Indelicato after that restart, but slowly making his way through the field.
I think we're gonna see Jeff Green down pit road this time by.
Hopefully he can get low before losing too much speed. Oh my goodness! I thought Tepe was about to murder him. He was just coming down with him.
Tepe!
Did he speed?
No,
Monkey see, monkey do. Ooh,
well, Vic will let us know.
Really. Dun 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 dun. Nope. It looks like everything's good.
We got guys calling out pit road. Dylan Thomas, Derek Stepp.
I do believe Jeff Green did speed.
Oh,
Jeff Green sped. Oh.
Oh man, he was having another good run. Well, now I'm glad I didn't pick him.
Man, oh man. Another good run goes up in smoke for the two of Jeff Green getting speeding on pit road.
All right, we got to
see more green flag pit stops. Kynan Jones, Dylan Thomas. I couldn't see Watson right behind them as well.
Now this is interesting because a big thing of Daytona and Talladega is pitting with enough cars to have draft on the way out. Are you really hurt if you pit on your own?
Wondering.
Although from what it sounds like, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Everybody's screaming out. Everybody's coming this time.
Yep. I think the only two cars that are staying out right now are the two leaders of Zach Rogers in second and Johnny Eckert in our lead spot. Trying to see where the guys.
Any penalties?
I think Jeff Green seemed like he was on pit road for some time. I think Green did officially get a penalty on that.
Yeah, Jeff Green did get a speeding penalty. The only other black flag I'm seeing is a 54.
Rasheed Coles.
Now remember, if you speed entering pit road or at any point before your stall, that is a time penalty that you're being held in your stall after your pit stop ends. If you speed exiting your stall at any points until pit road ends, then you have to come around and do a drive-through.
And generally, it's about a horse apiece. I think I've had this happen. It's pretty close. I've had both happen sometimes in the same race, but I think we've even seen in real life. I think Kyle Busch did it one time too a few years ago where he sped entering.
Johnny!
Oh, Johnny!
Oh, is that going to be a penalty for driving through excess pit stalls?
Just want to make you guys...
Are you really just trying to fish?
No, I'm not. Guy was out of control. Why are you going to penalize him for that?
Let's set the record. Let's set the record straight. Under green, they don't have to stay to the right on pit road, but I don't want them driving through all the pit stalls either. I think he corrected it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask Carlos: Is this a producer Carlos asking or team owner?
That was
Carlos
producer
asking
Carlos
for these
asking.
penalties? Oh, I'm sure it was. As we see the rest of the guys.
It's not the first time I've asked that question.
Did Johnny Eckert speed? That car is sitting motionless on pit road right now.
He did indeed speed.
Oh my god!
Boy.
What's the default penalty for speeding?
I think it's 30 seconds.
Ooh.
It's 30 or 40. It's 30 or 40.
I want to say it's either 15 or 30. I know it used to be 45. I think it's 30.
Oh, they did lower it. Man, oh man.
Whoa, Peeler spinning through the infield. Oh my goodness. They were three wide going around. They were three wide going around Nick Monticelli, and they went 4 wide off the corner.
So Peeler once again going through the grass. It stays green.
Oh, and that's gonna be a black flag.
Peeler.
And Nick Monticelli is still the leader. He has not come to pit road yet.
If that caution had come out, Monticelli would have been a champion.
And to note, the guys, I think once the cycle's around, as of right now, the guys who short pitted, Capuano, I think, maybe Kynan Jones might be the leader right now. Watson.
Yeah.
So, wow.
You're right.
Some of these guys who short pitted, Capuano, Kynan Jones, cycle. This flipped on its lid.
I think Adam Tepe is in pretty good position. I don't really know who. I can't tell. I honestly can't tell. I think it's Terry.
For half two.
Oh, you just realized that.
Now,
Oh,
now the big pack of cars that all came down together is led by Nathaniel Cherry, Dylan Thomas, and Delicato and Zach Evans. Adam Tepe was kind of in the middle, so he's short pitted, but not as much as the other guys. This is great because we've got everybody on like different tires.
And I want to say Kynan Jones as well. He I don't think he pitted as early as the Do Good guys, so he might be okay as well. So it's going to be interesting to see if these guys who pitted later can catch him. Tepe does move up now into that third spot.
I'm really liking Adam Tepe here. If he can stay ahead of that big pack of cars, Adam Tepe might have a good shot at taking the victory here. I don't know how fast he is compared to Watson and Kynan Jones right now, but as of right now, 12 laps to catch these leaders is not a lot of time at all.
Yeah, and just going to note, let's see this laps. Tepe had to work through some traffic, and that lap he was 0.3 slower than Watson, and Kynan Jones was a little bit slower than Watson that last lap as well. So it's
what I do find
we're
odd.
gonna see his first clean lap here. Oh, yep, sorry.
What I do find odd is that first through third, and then 6, all the way down, with the exception of Dewar, they all pretty much went down around the same time. So, like you were talking about, like different tire strategies and everything, but they all pretty much went around the same time.
Yeah.
So Watson now does take over that top spot, and right now, out of guys in the top 10, James Watson is our fastest guy on the racetrack. So I think for Kynan Jones now losing that lead, he's going to try to want to stay on that back bumper of the 43 the best he can. And it's going to be just a game of the draft in these final 10 laps.
All right, now don't look now. Nathaniel Cherry, fastest car on the racetrack by 0.2. He's got drafting support from the pack behind him, which I can't believe I'm saying this, but yes, he has a drafting support behind him, fresher tires, and a clean car. I just don't know if he's got enough time to run down our leaders. Now, he wasn't as fast as the lap before. They had to pass some slower cars. We're really going to see if he's actually gaining by this lap.
Yeah, now the pack's jumbling up a little bit. See,
he gained.
Yep, 0.2.
I don't think he has enough time, though. He's going to have to gain faster or hope something happens to the top 2. But right now, it's James Watson who's looking really good right now.
Yeah, he's looking in the catbird seat. How about Kynan Jones? Didn't have a whole lot of faith going into half number 2, but he's sitting pretty in that second spot as well, as long as he can stay in the wake of that 43 car.
They had 11 second pit stops, so they took right sides only.
Wow, yeah.
Oh, wow. So again, and just based off the speeds, it's not. I mean, with that pack of the Shift Esports kind of pack there with featuring Dylan Thomas, you kind of wonder if that's making them drive faster, because these guys on 2 tires, and we see it again in half 1.
Zach Evans also
sure.
2 tires.
And he's hanging right there with him.
Yeah, nobody else. It's just those 3. And I, as soon as I saw the 55 2 tires and get the lead, I got in the chat, and I was like, "Yo, 2 tires, OP." And it looks like Zach Evans decided to listen to me.
And he's hanging on to that 9th spot at the moment, with only 7 laps to go.
So we're gonna have a battle for 3rd here. Might not be much of a battle.
They're gonna catch Adam Tepe and see if he can kind of hang on in this group. Tepe right now is about a little over a second now, second 3/4 back, and yep, Nathaniel Cherry is going to take that 3rd spot. And he's closing in pretty quick, but
very important pass. Tepe actually does not choose to pass him. He's tucked in behind and pushes him.
They're going to see if they can make a last-ditch effort. Oh, no, now Indelicato's going to go by Tepe as well. That might slow this pack down just enough. Try to. Ooh, yeah, he didn't get there. Tepe trying to hang on. 5 laps to go here in half number 2.
Oh, cut the apron the Ford did.
Ooh, it pushed him up a little bit. And that's kind of, it's going to probably dissipate any, and it was still going to be a long shot. They were not, this second pack was not closing in fast enough with the amount of time we have to go here. Coming to 4 to go once they hit the strike.
Oh! There was contact.
Well, hang on. We might not be done having cautions, guys.
Yeah, these guys are going, trying to get everything they have. And how about Zach Evans, 2 tires? He's trying to work his way up through the field. He's up to 8th spot now. He's worked away around Ty McIntosh. He's looking for more here. Going on the inside.
Looks like Cherry's faster, but he does not have enough time. Now, if he gets in their draft, there's only 3 laps. I really want to see a battle for this lead because it looks almost like Kynan Jones is either content with running second or just doesn't quite have enough race car left to go up there and challenge James Watson. I can't really tell.
Yeah, it looks like he's once he got back to about 2/10, he's maintained that. But he's not close enough to maybe make a move in the final laps here. But if Nathaniel Cherry, it's going to be interesting if they can catch him. But now coming to 2 laps to go.
He had a pretty good corner there.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run. They're under a second now.
Just
Almost
not
2/10 faster there.
Just not enough time.
Yep, played a winning strategy, but not enough laps. Oh boy! Zach Evans almost making contact.
They come into the white flag.
White flag, 1 more to go. Does Watson have enough? Will Nathaniel Cherry, at least can he maybe make a battle for second with Kynan Jones? Here we go. We're going to find out. Watson going into turns 1 and 2. Right now he's sitting good. He's got about a 3/4 of a second lead. Or quarter. No, never mind. That was bad math. Half a second lead now as he's pulling away from, he's running a Q lap right now, but coming out of 4 for the final time. James Watson takes 2 tires, and that seems to be the winning strategy tonight as he'll win half number 2 of the VRA 162 here at Kentucky. Kynan Jones second, Nathaniel Cherry third, Nick Indel. Oh, they're still, okay, that's not the final. Wait, why is it? Why are the standings still jumbling?
Yeah.
It was Watson, Jones, Cherry, and Delicato, my hand in the top 5.
There we go. Oh.
Why are the standings jumbling?
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, but I don't know why those standings are jumbling, but yeah, that is your official winner. Round out the second half of the top 10. Dylan Thomas 6th, Ty McIntosh 7th, Cooper Johnson 8th, Zach Rogers 9th, and Adam Tepe will round out your top 10. A holotype race to get, is that what it, yeah. Holotype Racing getting the win here in half number 2, but we do have one of the guys in the booth. We see Watson burning it down in that number 43. That's I don't know why I think that car is kind of cool looking. I like it.
You know, the 43, I feel like the number is moved back a little bit, and it almost makes the front of the car look hot rodish. You know, like, you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Maybe that's what I like
sick
about
looking.
it. I like it. I'm into it.
We've got 3rd place to finish in Nathaniel Cherry there, if we want to go ahead.
We do. Well, actually, first up, I see him in the interview booth. We'll bring half one winner in.
Oh, right.
We'll do that. We'll bring him first. He's first and foremost here as he watches his teammate burning it down here in half number 2. So a holotype by Team Watson Racing sweep for you, Zach Rogers. Man, you kind of laid the groundwork in half number 1 with that 2-tire strategy. How did you feel about it once you restarted 4th towards the end there? Did you think you were going to have a shot to win it?
I think it definitely gave me a better shot. That's why I kind of went for it. I just knew track position was going to be primary, so that was pretty much the only trick I had left, and yeah, thankfully it worked out.
Yeah, I felt dumb because you made me eat so much crow because I said that was not a winning move, but it was a it was a track position move, and definitely worked out for you. Did
I
it
had faith in you?
He did. He did.
I also picked you, but I had faith in you.
I heard that. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you.
But did it make the car handle any different? I've heard the kind of the description pre-race that the car was kind of on rails. As far as how the car felt in general. Did the 2 tires even loosen the car up? Maybe give you a little bit more maneuverability.
It actually kind of did. Those first 5 laps afterwards, it felt I could run that middle a lot better. That's kind of how I got by Nick and Johnny as easily as I did. I definitely couldn't have done that earlier in the race, or maybe even if I took 4. So yeah, I definitely felt like it loosened it up quite a bit, which definitely helped me out. I definitely like a looser race car, which is not what we had tonight. But like I said, I'm just glad it worked out. I wasn't really expecting that out of it, but I'm glad it worked out the way it did.
Yeah, it worked out real well for you. And overall, kind of being a part-time driver in the OSCA series here, I think overall a good night for as far as the holotype by Team Watson Racing team points are concerned, as you ended up with that win in half number 1 and a pretty solid run in 9th. But it seemed like the pit stops did mix up the field quite a bit there in half number 2, but we seen you right back up front for most of that, the first half of half number 2, contending for that lead. Kind of what happened when in the second half? What was the kind of the big jumble up as far as pit stops were concerned?
I just didn't really call it very well. I was expecting at least a caution like last time, but I guess everybody kind of chilled out after the first part. And I don't know. I saw all the shift guys go. I thought about it, but I saw Johnny out there. He ran well last half. I mean, everybody knows how he runs. He's always good. So I figured I'd stay with him and see what he was thinking. But I don't know if he had something happen on pit road, if he was speeding or what. I left my box quite a bit earlier than he did. So I don't know. That's unfortunate for him. It didn't really work out for me. I shuffled out pretty far back and was just trying to go. And I got to Seth, and he started yelling at me to work with him, which he was right. I was just in a hurry to get back up there, and I stayed behind him and tried pushing him, and that kind of helped me catch back up. So thanks to him for working with me there. But yeah, that was about the best I could do in that half. But all in all, still a good race. I'm glad it worked out the way it did. Glad to help out Nick and his team, and yeah, it was a fun night.
Yeah, fun night indeed. And again, being a part-time driver, is there any other fill-in roles on the schedule at the moment?
I don't schedule any of it. It's just whoever asks me, and if I feel like doing it, I kind of enjoy it. I don't have to worry about my own points or anything. I don't have to stress about that. I just kind of decide if I want to do it, and yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I like doing it. I like doing it this way.
So it's good to know. So you're a Freemason, free for hire. We got three car owners up here in the booth. That's got us scratching our chins here a little bit.
Yeah, whoever. Well, like I said, if I feel like doing it.
well, that's fair too. Yeah, right. I heard Carlos. He might offer you some money there.
Oh, he's front runner then. Y'all need to
step our game up. With that, before we let you go celebrate the win and a good night overall, any shout-outs you want to give?
Just thanks to Nick again for giving me the car to run tonight. Thanks to Tim Conrad as well for the past couple races I ran for him. Just thanks to everybody for putting on the show. Thanks to you all for presenting the show, and everybody for coming out and putting this thing together.
Yeah, well, thank you, and hopefully we'll see you on a track soon here in OSCA competition, and we'll talk to you then.
Alrighty, thanks guys.
You bet. Zach Rogers, winner of half number 1, and then next up, who do we got here? Nathaniel Cherry. He's sharing his screen, but we're
gonna interrupt that, I think.
Yeah, we're bringing him up. We're wrecking that party, Nathaniel, as we get to talk to you for the second week in a row after number one win last week at Auto Club. Had a pretty solid night, 2 top 5 runs, and even a podium finish here in half number 2. Overall, you got to be pretty happy with how the night played out.
Well, hold on. Okay, I have a lot to say, so I'm gonna get this out of the way right. I'm gonna get this out of the way right now.
Yeah.
Thanks to SR Design for sponsoring the Shift Forward here tonight. Glad to have them on. Thanks to Shop Angry Duck for being shopangryduck.com. Sorry for being an affiliate of the entire Shift team, and once again, thanks to my teammates for being awesome, supportive. It was not fun. No, it was. It sucked that entire race. I don't know if it's a combination of the car and the package or the track and I don't know what it was. It was grueling that entire time. And yeah, first half I definitely made a couple mistakes I'm not proud of, but the one that I'm currently being framed for and I got wrecked after the race for was clearly netcode. I have video proof. Actually, I've sent it to Vic in my defense, so I don't get that factored into any penalties that I may or may not get this week. But yeah, you're gonna do that. That's without swearing. That's chicken poop.
I really respect that. A lot of other people
You can go ahead and swear.
David, ask David Westergreen.
It's
about swearing in the booth.
if you're giving me to go clear, it's chicken shit. If you're mad at me for something that you haven't clearly looked at the replay yet, and you want to wreck me intentionally for it, at least be a man and wreck me intentionally during the race so you get a penalty for it. Don't wait till after the race. It's lame behavior, especially from a team that was very up in arms over situations that happened last week. If they're going to go and do that stuff, I don't think they have any reason to try and play that card, the moral card, and wreck people after the race.
All right. Hey, strong words. I like that. I like a little fire. We like that. And, you know, I got to ask you, too, you know, you're afraid to swear. And I think we had some audio interference in half number one. Was there a potty mouthed young boy, maybe about 15 years old, named Tyler?
Perhaps, but I've also heard that there's a 50-year-old commentator named Michael. So
okay, fair's fair. Well played. Well played.
Yeah, but like I said, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun to me.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of a you know, even a concern last week from a lot of drivers coming into this week and how this track was going to race. But next week we head to Rockingham, and I think we're going to have a little bit different of a style race there. And what's kind of your outlook heading into next week?
Well, I'm going to be glad that it's not going to be. Hopefully, it's not going to be driving like a plate track for the first time this season, other than the road course, the dirt race. But honestly, Rockingham's a really bad track for me. I'm glad that I've had 2 solid weeks in a row here. So it's going to be about surviving, and hopefully, honestly, I'm looking at top 20s instead of top 10s and top 5s. Rockingham's always been difficult for me, but at the same time, it's a driver's track, which we haven't really had much of yet this season, other than the dirt track and Watkins Glen, Daytona Road. So yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes, but I'm not having high expectations for myself.
Hey, we've heard people say that before and still end up interviewing us after a race. So
well, I could be from the infield care center. It's still an interview.
Oh, yeah, well, that's true too. I mean, in a good light, you know, post race interview. But with that, before we let you go, any shout outs you want to give?
I gave him at the start of the interview.
Oh, yeah, you did. That's right. That's right. I'm sorry about that. I forgot about that. I was so distracted by you actually saying chicken shit. How dare you?
My bad. Ban me. I'm done.
He's done. Well, you have a good night, and we'll talk to you in a good fashion next week at Rockingham. Have a good night, Nathaniel.
All right, see ya.
See ya. Nathaniel Cherry coming home in third. Next up, we'll have Matthew interviewing the land shark, Kynan Jones.
Yeah, we get to talk to Kynan Jones here. Hung around in half one with no front nose and no front bumper, but tonight he finishes with all 4 corners on the race car in half 2. Comes home with a second place finish. Kynan Jones, talk to us a little bit about your night.
I don't know fully what even happened. Went from flying and not being grounded to suddenly being on rails in the second half. So I don't even fully know what happened.
You know, that green flag pit stop cycle heavily influenced with the pit road speed penalty by Johnny Eckert. Lots of guys coming to pit road at different times. Was there any thought you had about maybe when I should come, like early or later, or was it kind of just going with the flow there and the combination of picking the right lap and you actually having some really nice pace there towards the end? What was kind of the thing for you?
So for me, I wasn't really thinking about when I was going to pit. It was more so when the caution was going to come out, which it didn't end up coming out, thankfully. But once I saw the leaders come in for the first time, I was like, okay, I've got to come in next time. But I was planning on taking right tires only from like lap 13. So it was a long plan on to take right tires only, which would then give me a bit of extra time out in cleaner, which I found out from practice is one of my more quicker situations. So if I could just find that cleaner and end up having James Watson with me at the time, who also only took right tires, we were able to work together and end up getting 1-2.
Yeah, and that was actually that two-tire call. Zach Rogers employed that in the first half, and he was blistering fast on the short run. And I guess it worked out for you guys because you don't have to be fast for too long with that many laps left, and the pace certainly held up. My next question really is, did you have anything for James there, or was it a matter of just kind of be as fast as we can to stay ahead of the pack coming behind us, or was there anything else you could have done, or is that pretty much all the race car you had left?
Well, in race 1, I had set my steering ratio to 16-1, found that I couldn't get a turn, so I switched it down to 14-1, so naturally the tire wear is going to be a lot higher than what it would have been in half 1. So I was just trying to keep the pace up and try build a gap to the cars behind of Shift, who were coming very quickly, so I just wanted to really work with James, try keep the gap extended, even if it meant I only end up finishing second, which I did. At least it's good hauler points, and I can come back here with a good side for once.
Yeah, and you've got to be feeling pretty good about it, especially still haven't gotten that win this season. But I believe coming into this race, you were already 6th in points, and James Watson 5th right ahead of you. You were already 6th in points. I know Rhett Nichols just a few spots ahead of you. Didn't really, he wasn't here tonight. So you're going to be top 5 in points here heading into Rockingham. Is Rockingham a place you feel like you can carry that momentum?
I don't. No, even though I've got my only OSCA win there, no. I'd burn the track, leave it demolished, please. But I don't think I'll be that high in the points as my first half was 19th.
We'll see. I don't know. Every time you finish well in this league, I don't get to be here for it. And finally, you decided I'm going to get a podium tonight. So it was good to talk to you here, Goody and
On
Carlos.
a mile and a half.
Huh?
On a mile and a half. What my statistically worst track configuration?
Yeah, I mean, you were pretty good in the first half with the 16-1. Honestly, it's not like you were piddling around in last. It's just you made that right adjustment and it worked out for you, I guess.
And strategy. I've been close to game wins with strategy before, and bringing it back.
Yeah, that's what it takes. You guys have anything here for Mr. Landshark?
Man, I was just gonna say it's awesome to see, again that lack of confidence. See, this is where I'm thinking next week at Rockingham, kind of that you gotta have a little, maybe don't have faith in yourself. I think that's when you shine the best.
I find myself running you in the top 10 more and more often as the seasons go on. I think you're better than you give yourself credit for.
Oh, I was definitely better than what I was when I first joined OSCA.
For sure.
Well, is it one of those things kind of where you set your expectations low, so in case you get involved in a wreck or
never be disappointed.
Never be disappointed, and then when you finish in the top 10, or even in this case with the podium finish, you're just ecstatic for it.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely part of the mind games I do. I purposely crush myself down, so when I do get something good like this and Bristol Dirt a couple of weeks ago, it's one of the best feelings you can possibly get in sim racing.
See, yeah, I've been there a time or two, but more often than not for me, it ends up I'm meeting expectations. But yeah, one hell of a run tonight, man.
Yeah, thanks. It was fun.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Before we let you go tonight, enjoy your second place finish. Do you have any shout outs and thanks to give?
Yeah, I just want to thank again Nurse Aviator on Twitch. You would have heard my on-board reaction to me getting the podium, as well as me calling out new leader once I had my lap led. But I also just want to bring a bit of awareness to mental health. I have a friend who I have colors sporting on the front grille and the B pillar who's going through a lot of really bad stuff. So if you know someone who isn't doing so good, just reach out and see how they're doing. But I just also want to shout out my own little shark photography stuff. You can check me out on Twitter and inquire about if you want to have any pictures of your car taken from leagues or officials. Just message me at OBBG_star73. As well as the viewers and you for putting all this on.
Absolutely, Kyan. And hey, appreciate that mental health message. That's good stuff there. Glad you stuck that in. And congratulations again on the podium finish tonight. Go enjoy the rest of your night. We'll hope to see you back up here soon, all right?
Yeah, hopefully. But who knows? It might be a bit of a time before it happens again.
Now I'll see you in a week.
Yeah. Reverse psychology.
Yep.
Sure.
Seeing Victory Lane next week.
Yes, sir.
Nah, don't go that far.
I'll
Anyway,
host the
take care,
trophy
y'all.
with you.
Yes, I got it. With that, we'll bring in half number 2 winner, the other man who took the 2-tire strategy and ended up in Victory Lane. And how about that, James? A team sweep, and you get yourself a win here in half number 2. How's it feel?
It feels awesome, crazy. It's been kind of hit or miss with me the first couple races of the season. A lot more hits than misses, unfortunately, in a bad way. But I just wanted to get some sort of good, decent representative finish, and I kind of made my mind up to do that strategy the whole time, because like the taking right sides only really loosen the car up, and I'm a person that really likes a loose car, so I was gonna take 2 tires anyways to save time and get the car driving how I wanted. And me and Kynan came off together. It's like, okay, cool, someone to work with. I'm like, this is gonna be a really good result. And then I'm like, oh my god, we're effective 1-2. And then I passed him, and I was holding him off. I'm like, there's no way. There's gonna be a caution at some point. It's just how my luck's been going. There's gonna be a caution. And then the rest of the field started to catch up. I'm like, yeah, this isn't gonna happen. But it happened.
Yeah, it happened. That has to be one of the best feelings, especially how crazy that field, kind of mixed up. After those green flag pit stops, and just how excited you had to be once you found out that you were in contention for that victory, and I believe it was in half number 1 too. I think we have to also mention. I think you had one hell of a save there too.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how much room we were like 3 wide, and I wasn't sure how much room I had, so I was kind of going low, and I clipped the apron and had to go into full Tokyo Drift mode to control the car and not overcorrect back up into everyone and murder everyone. But and then getting caught up in a bunch of other incidents and bringing that wrecked bucket of home in 11th, despite being 27th for most of the race. That was that one was a race in and of itself, let me tell you.
Yeah, and that's for salvaging that 11th place run, and again getting that victory. Talking about ups and downs, and just for how wild in general that half number 1 was, and how it could have turned out for you. That's almost got to feel like a victory.
Yeah, like I was just happy to end up with something not terrible and salvage some sort of good points day. I was hoping to do the same with the second half too. I knew it was going to be difficult because it was not easy to pass. Not quite as bad as Auto Club last week, but it was still difficult. And I just naturally suck at 1.5 miles. I'm just not usually that good in them.
You sure?
No, I'm serious. Like, if you see me in I got lucky this race. Like, if you see me on 1.5 miles in most of my other stock car leagues, I'm like mid fringe top 5 at my best, or fringe top 10 at my best. Like, I am a short track guy. Put me on a short track, I'm a lot more comfortable and happier. 1.5 miles and bigger, nope.
Hey man, yeah, I was to say you could have fooled us here at least tonight, but next week we head to Rockingham. What kind of outlook do you have next week? Going to a different style track where you shouldn't see that pack racing either.
Oh, I'm like a freaking masochist who's like looking forward to it. Like every time I see Rockingham, my eyes light up. I love that track. It is one of my all-time favorite places to race at. It's got such a unique style, a unique line. Like, you have to race the racetrack a lot more than the cars around you. It's so much give and take, and you just have to baby the car to conserve tires. Like, that type of racing is my wheelhouse, not the fast-paced, nut up and ball out chaos that the 1.5 mile races with this aero package tend to be.
Yeah, it definitely certainly was there, but Rockingham's going to definitely provide, I think, a chaos in itself. But we'll hopefully talk to you up here in the booth in a good fashion, as we've been saying, next week as well. Before we let you go, celebrate that victory. Celebrate with your teammates too. I think Monticelli's they're waiting for you. There's a part team owner there. Any shout outs you want to give?
Yes, sir. I gotta thank all the boys back home at Team Watson Racing Setups. Use code WATSPIN39 for 10% off at checkout. I gotta thank Martin Sports Sim Racing Apparel. They make some of the best sim racing gloves and stuff that you will ever come across. We just now launched Team Watson Racing hats, so that's gonna be cool. I gotta thank Chris Graham over at NRN for always having my back and supporting me and sticking with me. ZS Designs for doing most of my paint schemes. The ones you see in OSCA are actually Nick Monticelli designs. Gotta thank Dizzy V Designs too for doing a lot of my other paint schemes. Victor Aldridge. And you guys for putting on a great broadcast.
Yeah, I do just have to mention too. I do like the look of that 43 that you brought out here tonight. That was a pretty sharp looking car.
Nick knocked it out of the park, man. He knows how to. Him, Victor, and Zach Scott Nicky are best designers. They know how to make this awful color scheme actually look good to look at. I don't know how they do it.
It looked like a beach. Like I think, like Matthew said, it looked like a beach hot rod cruiser there. I kind of liked it.
Yes, wood panel vibes. I love it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now I see it.
Now you got to go talk to Monticelli. Maybe you got to put some wood paneling on the side of that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Heck yeah. Rockingham, say it's a vintage kind of throwback, or well, I was to say Talladega, but we got a theme for that. But
too bad we already raced at Fontana last week. Darn it.
Yeah, right. Dang it. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's when we seen a wood panel. I can't remember who did that one year.
Yep.
Well, hey, we go to Miami later in the season.
Yes, that's a beach. All right, bet.
Yeah.
All right. Yep,
Beach car.
do it. Let's see it. Let's get it done. But with that, we'll let you go and celebrate, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you up here next week.
Here's hoping. Cheers, guys.
Yep. Cheers. James Watson, winner of half number 2, and with that, man, just another wild night of racing, Matthew.
Yeah, a lot of intense stuff. No one really got a break, I don't think. Even when it seemed like our leader started to get out to a lead, that whole pack kind of sucked up to him, and the only time anybody got a break was James Watson there leading the last 15 laps, and he never really got a break as he walked us through it. He was thinking the whole time, like, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. We're going to get a caution. The pack's going to catch me. None of it ever happened, and he was able to come home with a victory. And I think he's going to be up to about third in points. Not going to be for sure on that, but he's looking pretty good to kind of turn into a championship contender here.
Yeah, I think he's gonna like where he's gonna be sitting at the end of in the point standings at the end of the night here. But with that, you can hope you guys all have a good week. You can tune in right here at 3 Wide TV next week as we head to Rockingham. For Matthew, Vic, Carlos, and myself, Dallas too. He made picks. He was up here in the booth. Thank you all for tuning in. We hope to see you next week. And until then, good night now.